Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Sunfall Cycle. Hi! I can barely... Hi. I had like a frog in my throat.
You okay?
No, I'm not. Did you just hear
I thought
me?
you were making that up.
No, I was like, hello. I wasn't like starting like, welcome, boys and ghouls, to another exciting episode. That wasn't what I meant to do. I wasn't
It sounded good.
Thanks. You know what? I'll take it. I'm not going to not take it.
Like that? Just lean
the
into
belated
it.
Halloween
Own it.
episode.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to hand it over to Steven because he's the boss and I'm just a lackey. I'm like
Humble
the
servant.
Igor to his Dr. Frankenstein. And this show is the monster we've made. There we go.
Yes, Jesse. Very well done.
Yes,
Bringing everyone
master.
in on the show.
Yes, master. The monster is alive. Yes. Right?
You guys
All
are
right,
nerds.
good.
Good.
It hurts.
It's
Oh my god.
We all are nerds.
Jeff
so
and I are
good.
lions. We don't care.
We gotta let our nerd
That's
flag
true.
fly, y'all.
There is that.
We have a quiet dignity.
Welcome, everybody. Hello. Hi. Yeah, let's see. I think let's just like say hi. What's everybody been up to since last week? Bronze, how's life? And tell us like the ranking scale of the hyena as an animal.
Yeah, are we... how do I become a lioness? Help me out here.
Yes, we really like.
How
feel
do I
like
gain
the path
quiet
is not
dignity?
clear.
Yeah.
If you are a hyena, how do you become a lion?
They all making fun of the
She
best.
thinks we're joking. No, I'm actually curious about
Yeah,
this.
how does one become...
No one in chat has like any context for any of this. They're probably like, why are they talking about lions?
We got
You
a
can
little bit.
fill
All
in
right,
the
chat. Listen,
context.
there's two kinds of people in this world. There's lions. There's hyenas. Are you a hyena or a lion? Go, Brit. Wait, Brit. Bronze.
I'm a lion.
Okay, good. Jeff.
I think I'm a lion.
Okay. All right.
But I think I'm
okay.
a male lion, which is actually a whole different even thing.
Yeah, like male lions just lie around and like wait for lionesses to hunt for them.
That is Jeff.
Good.
That's Jeff. He lies around and wait for the lionesses to hunt for him.
So wait, are they hunting for Jeff?
You know
Yeah.
what I meant. You
Yeah,
know,
I know
what
what
I
you
meant.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Brit, lion, hyena.
I don't have
another.
to answer this. You already know the answer to this question, Steven.
It's true. We are well aware. Jesse.
Oh, I'm a warthog. When I was a
Good,
young
yeah.
warthog. Hell yeah.
Jesse, can I be the meerkat to your warthog?
Damn right
please?
you are. Yes,
Yes.
of course, master.
Jesse, shut up. We got a show to do.
Oh, jeez. I'll be farting in the corner. Yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
All right.
What a
good.
wonderful phrase. Yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
Hey,
Are we gonna sing this whole song?
We
It
might.
means no worry.
We absolutely could. Would we get a strike for that? If we just like all four of us bust out?
Guys, we need to
Acapella
practice
for
like
person who
an acapella
can-
it and all the strings.
Yes. Secretly, we should have done that.
Why didn't we think about this before?
God, our before we go live pre-show is like better than our after we go live pre-show. It's
It
scary.
is.
Y'all are missing out on some
You
top
guys
quality.
need to sit there in silence and just stare at each other and then unleash. A whole conversation occurs as music's playing. And then then I'm like, hey, we're live. They're like,
No one says anything.
Shit. What do we do
we're live. Oh, hi.
Mhm.
now that we're on camera?
Yeah.
We have to restart the conversation.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and NB friends, what are we doing today? What happened last time on the Sunfall Cycle? Who's going to be the person to in character manipulate the events of last time today?
Well, last
Yes.
time,
Yes.
Sarek proudly led his three companions through the rest of the dungeon. unlocking and solving one mystery after another. Eventually, arriving at the... First off, let's not forget, Eremos came back. Eremos returned, and everything was fine again. The world was okay. The totem pole, not there to ruin our fun.
Yeah, totem pole.
Then we went back to the room in which we had our stunning defeat, which is just the lack of leadership from before. Stunning defeat. Came back, and this time, Sarek led them to a victory by shooting a flaming arrow into a pot, defeating all the enemies. He needed no other help, but it was nice to have people witness it happen. Then we went into a room with a bunch of chains, and no one could climb except for Sarek, who then climbed to the top, discovering a foul and evil space demon. A demon from the sun with tentacles and a gross eyeball who had one of the many tears we needed. And so, Sarek convinced this beast to come down from the rafters and hand us over this orb. And though he could have killed this foul, disgusting creature,
whose name was Tim,
which I feel like was a trick. Clearly it was named like Beelzefart or something terrible.
Yes, Beelzefart. And then we left it in a cauldron, and I could have burnt him, I could have killed him, but I chose not to because I'm a fair and just leader. And then because I'm the bravest of the group, let myself be roped and dropped into a pit of slimes to get the other tier we needed. Flawless execution, by the way. And now, thanks to my bravery, we're about to level up. Oh, yeah. Now, at the end of last episode, Sarek, you flawlessly and fearlessly led the party back to the Sunfire Brazier, right?
Yes.
And so you start this episode awakening on the Gardens of the Moon?
Yes.
You tell me, man.
I don't remember if we went back. I remember that we got the tears.
We did.
Okay, so we went back.
We did go back
Because we killed that dude by the door.
That's
remember?
right. Oh, yeah.
Zapped him in the throat, and then we walked through. So
We did brutalize that guard for no reason.
Yeah.
He was just there.
yeah,
Just having
He's
a
just
day.
been there every single time.
Yeah.
Easy farming. All right, awesome. So, you each open your eyes. You hear the gentle breeze through the foliage around you. You look around and you see that you are once again lying on the soft grasses of the Gardens of the Moon. Saloon is striding over the grasses towards you and says, "Hello, it's so good to see you. Welcome. What do y'all do?"
Sarek produces the two tears and just holds them out to her. He's like, "Do the thing."
Amazing. She claps her hands. You found 2 more tears. 3 is just the number of tears that I needed. Thank you, fair Sarek, for your fearless leadership in securing these.
Okay, and our reward.
Yes. So she reaches out and she grabs the tears. And as she grabs them, they actually like sink into the flesh of her skin. And you see her skin glow like a pale white as they absorb into her. And then she reaches out her hand and says, "Sarek, give me your palm."
Aramis wants this really bad. I feel like he should go first, though.
Armoros, give me your palm.
He does.
Awesome.
Why do I keep
Yeah,
calling you like you're a musketeer?
Aramos.
Eremos.
Yeah,
Armoros.
she cups your palm in one hand and she reaches up to the sun above her. She pulls out another thin sliver and she inserts it, this time not in the center as she did with the mark that activates the Sunfire Braziers, but on one of the circles around the edge, adding a little embellishment and a circle of runes on that side of the scar on your palm. It's just as painful as it was before, but at the same time, you feel this rush of power surging through your body. She like pauses for a moment and then says, I sense that you have more growth yet, but soon I think I will be able to gift you a place here in these gardens to call your own. You should think about what it is you want from something like that, young Armrose. And you feel like this surge of energy flow through you. Now, like, leveling up as a concept, like, people in this world get more skillful. People in this world, like, practice and get better at things. But, like, the process you've just gone through, Armrose, is something that's very rare in the world of the Sunfall Cycle. You are now literally on a different level as a normal human. As a result of leveling up, of course, Armrose, being a fighter, gains hit points. Are you going to take the average hit points, Jeff, or are you going to try to roll for it?
Steven, I live and die by the dice. So
All right, man. Okay, so you got that 1d10 plus 1 for your constitution.
I rolled
Holy
a 10.
shit. Okay, dude, update your hit points. You gained 11 more hit points.
my
Now your
God.
maximum is at 22, which is fucking incredible. So well done. And then you should write down, maybe under features and traits, that you got, what is it called for you?
Surge, action surge.
Action surge, yes. And what does that mean? That means once you can push yourself to take a second action during a combat turn, and you regain the use of this feature after finishing a short or long rest. So, of course, an action is what you use to make an attack. So you can make 2 attacks in 1 turn if you want. Or anything else that takes an action. You can attack and drink a potion. You can root around in your backpack and then also attack, etc., etc. Cool. Who's next? Sarek? Now that you see it, do you volunteer your hand?
Sarek like attempts to do it, and then
Yeah.
Aya jumps in front of him. Sarek's like, "Oh, well, now of course I want to do it. Now he's
I
powerful."
want to make sure there's enough left for me.
Yeah,
awesome. Cool.
Yeah, of course.
What if she runs out? What if there's not enough for 4 people?
Excellent. Okay, so Aya, Saloon reaches up, she smiles at you, and she grabs a sliver of the sun from the sky, and then she holds your hand and says, "This won't hurt a bit," and then she starts pushing it into your skin, and she is lying. She is not telling the truth. But instead of like for Armrose, there's this like full body flood through his nervous system and his veins. He could feel the power flowing into him. You feel the energy of the sun rushing into your hand, and then like an oil slick black writhing barrier sort of like blocks it off. And then you feel this like cold grip clutch at your heart and squeeze. And your heart squeezes back. And you can feel, oh, wait, we have a name for your character. Bios. Who is it? Yes, you can feel Atikusu securing his pact with you as he absorbs the power of the sun and returns to you his own powers. So let's see. How do you feel about hit points? Are you taking the average or are you trying to roll?
Let's roll.
Okay, you get 1d8 plus your constitution modifier.
Yeah. And I think you recommended for me to not roll.
I'm recommending everybody. The reason I'm recommending nobody roll is because actually, if you just take that number, you're taking higher than the average of rolling at every level. And if you ended up with really shitty HP, that would suck. But maybe if people end up with really shitty HP, there'll be like a magical well or something you can find that'll help you re-roll sometimes. So go for it. You got wrecked. You gained 5 hit points. That's great.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
Armrose will protect me.
Yeah.
I always stand behind him, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Christ. Armrose got all your extra hit points. So you gained 3 plus 2 for your constitution modifier. So you gained 5. Fantastic.
I
And
like
then,
this third person's going to go because they got one person that rolled perfect and one person rolled below average, and they're going to be like,
I feel like Britt's gonna get great, and I feel like knowing Jesse's rolls, he's gonna get like a 1.
Yeah.
Why you gotta say that? Why you gotta say that?
Your rolls across this whole campaign have been so terrible.
Well, you know what? Now I have to roll. I was gonna take the 5. Now I gotta roll to prove you all wrong.
I feel like there's been
Take 5, Jesse.
a pattern has been established.
No, I can't
We're
do
dedicated.
it now. I need to do the 5.
You need
For
Jeff
the
to, like,
lulls.
blow on your dice. Oh. Sorry.
All right, before we get to Sarek, we're not quite done with Aya. Aya, you learn 2 Eldritch Invocations.
Yes, which I get it, chat. I messed up. I didn't realize Roll20 automatically added my spell modifier. Some people are like, she's cheating. I wasn't cheating. This is my first time playing Warlock, and I didn't realize that it automatically adds your spell modifier.
Be a funny place to cheat.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll notice.
It only applies to level 1 because like literally every Warlock takes Eldritch Agonizing Blast.
Yeah, so that is going to be my first Eldritch Invocation is Agonizing Blast. So now when I roll it, it will be perfect.
Yes.
For my second invocation, I actually already typed it out. I'm going to take this one. Wait, how do I? Oh, there we go. I take Eldritch Sight.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, now I can just like detect magic at will, which I think will be super useful. I was going to take the dark vision, but Armoros can't see in the dark anyway. So then he would be the only person in the party who couldn't see in the dark. So it's better this way.
So kind of you. Awesome. Like, is there any kind of like back and forth between you and Atikusu as this process happens? How do you derive these from his power?
Yeah. I asked him to grant me his eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there a change to
in
your
a very
actual...
Bloodborne-esque fashion too, like eyes, grant me your eyes.
Yeah.
What was that dude's name? Mikolash.
Line my eyes with eyes.
Yeah. This is how I do it.
Yeah. Yes. Grant me your eyes. Yes.
Fantastic. All right. You also gain 1 additional spell slot. You now have 2 spell slots. Both of them are first level spell slots. Now the Warlock is kind of weird compared with all the other spellcasters. The Warlock doesn't gain spell slots at each spell level. As you level up, all of your spell slots become a higher level. So like when you gain level 2 spell slots, all of your spell slots are level 2 now.
Yeah.
So that's cool. You also learn 1 more first level spell.
Yes.
Did you know what you wanted to take?
I think I'm going to take Hex.
Cool. Hex is a really strong one. Can you describe it for our friends at home?
Yes. So with Hex, I can basically place a curse on a creature. And every time I hit that creature with an attack, I'll deal extra necrotic damage. The cool part of it is that if that creature dies before my spell ends, as a bonus action, I can like use it almost like a contagious spell and have it go on a different character and then continue to so I can kind of chain it like a debuff.
Hex as a spell lasts for like 10 minutes, right?
It can last up to an hour, but it's a concentration.
Yeah, so like the odds of a creature not dying before your 1 hour spell is over, pretty low. So it's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hexing.
I think that's it for you. And that means that now your Eldritch Blasts are going to be doing 1d10 plus 3 plus 1d6.
So now it's right. I'm sorry I cheated last episode. We didn't catch it.
Awesome. Sarek, are you next?
Yeah, Sark jumps in. Like even before Ankara can do anything, Sark's like, okay, now me.
She laughs. Grabs a skewer from the sun and stabs it into your hand. Yeah. Sarek, I think what happens is like you see like the sun fade in the sky and a veil of shadows surrounds you as like the sun's light shines on you more brightly, which causes you to in turn cast a darker shadow. That's what's happening around you right now. You gain hit points and cunning action. Why don't you go ahead and roll that 1d8 plus 0.
I have to do this for all the kids. All the kids. 1d8 plus 0. I'm adding the plus 0.
You worked hard for it. All right. Okay.
If there was a human...
You should have... It's better than me, but you should have just taken the 5.
Never. I can't ever not now. I have to roll on everything now. You've set the precedent.
Can't back down.
Yeah.
That's Jesse's flaw. All right. Awesome. So now you're at what? 14 hit points?
No, I am at 12.
12. Yep, 12. All right, awesome. So we got a 22 and a 12. No sweat.
Yeah, 14.
And you also gain the class trait Cunning Action, which means that on your turn as a bonus action, you may take the dash, disengage, or hide.
Hide, you say?
Hide, I say. And you asked a little bit offline, like, hey, like, what's the deal with like my my sneak attack, right? So your sneak attack is good under 2 conditions. If you have advantage on your target, you get sneak attack damage. And sneak attack is just the extra damage. It's just an extra 1d6. Or if the target you're attacking has an enemy of theirs within 5 feet of them, and you don't have disadvantage. So that could be anything. If there's like a 3-way fight and you're fighting 2 factions who are also fighting each other, if faction A and faction B are standing next to each other, you have advantage, or not advantage, but you have sneak attack on them.
So in a perfect world, maybe last episode or 2 episodes ago, in a perfect world, when it was a slime versus a guard versus me, and I was brutally murdered, had I not been brutally murdered, I could have actually done sneak attack damage there.
Yes, you could.
Thank you. Okay.
Absolutely. Good. And of course, and at this point, like, you have 1 bonus action per turn you can spend on whatever you want, whatever you have that gives you bonus actions, but you can always use it to dash, disengage, or hide, which generally nobody else can do. So you're a lot faster and more mobile than anybody else. Disengage is great for not provoking attacks of opportunity. Hide is great because when you attack out of hiding, you gain advantage and can sneak attack. It's awesome.
I feel bad for you. I'm gonna hide everywhere. Every opportunity, I'm hiding.
Yeah. Yeah, like Aya and Sarek, like Saloon also, she sort of nods to you both. She says, I can sense that there is a burgeoning power within you. If you bring me another 3 tiers, I believe you will be ready to establish a place of your own here in these gardens. And then she turns to Ankara. Are you ready?
Yes.
How do you present your hand? Like, what does the scene look like?
I'm just gonna put my hands out like this.
Cool. Yeah. All right. She takes one of your hands, reaches up, grabs a sliver of the sun, and inserts it delicately between like your pointer finger and your middle finger, just right there. And you feel the power surge through you, and all of a sudden, I think like your mind blanks out, and you can feel like the harmony and the synergy between all of the grasses and all of the roses and all like the tree of Maine's Hollow, like breathing and interacting with each other.
I imagine that this looks like that Cinderella gif where she goes like this and then she's a sloth who's like happy.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, now imagine you as this very happy sloth.
That's what it looks like.
It's the same as the GIF where Belle spins around on the ladder and all of a sudden she's got Nigel Thornberry's face. Same thing.
Did you just say GIF?
Yes, like a giant or giraffe. All right, listen.
We're not eating peanut butter. It's a GIF.
Oh my God. Do you say giant? Do you say giraffe, that bronze girl?
No, but
ginormous, perhaps?
But what about, do you say, oh yeah, let me just download that. It's only 65 gigs. Do you say that?
Wouldn't it be jidges?
Jidges. Gigabytes.
65 gigs. 65 jigs. Amazing.
All right, good.
Boy.
Rocks fall, Aya dies, and in the meantime, as her body lies bloodied on the surface of the moon, and Kara, you gain hit points. Mm-hmm. As your sloth face slowly mutates back to human face. Do you want to roll, or are you taking the 5?
No, Steven, I don't want to roll. I want to take my 7. Thank you very much. I'm at 17 now.
Listen to this incredibly.
You just got a free set. Oh, because of your Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
Man.
But you're like all in touch with nature. You could probably start like attuning with animals, right? Like maybe you could attune with the fish and get some gills.
This is.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. We're
It's
done.
not gonna go away.
Wrap it
I can
up.
tell this is like a campaign-long situation.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
Guys,
Good.
I'm having a tough time gouging when this will end.
Gouging. Excellent. All right, you gain your 7 hit points, which means it puts you up at 17.
Yes.
Fantastic. And then you get a shit ton because level 2 is an important level for druids. First of all, you gain another spell slot of the first level. You now have 3 spell slots instead of 2. So go ahead and mark that down on your character sheet. First of all, through Jod, everything is possible. So jot that down.
You mean got it down? All right,
Yes.
I'm done. Guys.
Wait, well, are we
Cool.
just changing J's for G's now?
Yes, the interchangeable just...
I've been
I
doing
don't
that
know
for a
what's
little
going
while.
on.
What
I'm
is
just trying to progress this joke so it doesn't get stale, guys.
Oh, Gerald, you so crazy.
Aren't we just trying to like run it into the ground as fast as possible? Just like really drive it in.
That's how you keep it fun. See how far you can drill it down
Yes, missed the best joke that's been made this month.
Truly, nobody else has ever ascended to this level of humor. All right. You also can now prepare 2 plus your wisdom modifier spells per day. So that gives you a total of 5 spells per day because your wisdom modifier is 3. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna pop ice knife in there.
nice.
So I'll get that into my.
Noise.
So I'll have Cure Wounds, Healing Word, Entangle Snare, and Ice Knife. I might switch that up for next time. Remove one of the healing ones. For now, I'm just gonna add Ice Knife, so I have my 5.
Killer. All right. And then you also get Wild Shape. But before we go too far with Wild Shape, which is super complex, and honestly, I'm just going to trust you to like read the book because
I know what it is.
spells.
And basically, until level 4, I can become a CR quarter beast. Which
Yep.
is like dope wolves.
Yep.
Giant snake. There's a bunch of cool things I can become. A panther.
Yes, indeed. First of all, before we go any further with that, I wanted to ask you...
Moon.
What?
The moon.
The moon? The moon?
The circle of the moon.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Circle of the Moon is good. That's the shape-shifting focused one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Killer. But specifically, actually, I wanted to ask you what like biome are you from, Ankara?
Biome?
Yeah. Because this determines like the kinds of animals you have seen in your life.
Well, what I was thinking was because I'm a wood elf, so I'm from the woods.
Okay.
But part of my backstory is that I've traveled, so I assumed that, like, generally speaking, I've seen normal animals, and then if there's something like more outlandish, I'll ask you about it, and maybe there's circumstances in which that's possible.
Tell you what, I'm going to put something in chat here. Paste. You have everything from forest here. So
Okay.
you have baboon, direwolf, a giant elk, like all of those. And then anything that's like CR 1/4 that like lives in a forest. I think baboon on that
Okay.
list is CR 1/4.
Cool.
But those are the kinds of animals you've seen. And then you can choose one animal from any other source. So like Arctic is snowy owl, polar bear, mammoth,
Yeah.
bones of the earth, sturge, giant centipede, cave bear. So like you've been exploring, you've seen one of those things, like write them on a list somewhere so that you have them. You can be like, yep, these are definitely things I can do. But also this is flexible. It's not like a limited list or whatever.
Do not turn
Yeah.
into a giant centipede.
I mean,
beg
I'm gonna
of
let you guys know. I typically turn into like 4 things, and like those are my things.
I think that's pretty
So
common.
like,
No more, no less. Only 4.
once I get to level 4, I can turn into like 8 different snakes, and that's like when things get really fun. But
like all at once.
there's this thing where you can like summon a group of snakes.
What?
So I don't turn into them, I guess. I summon them. But
But
usually,
you could turn into one snake and then summon a whole bunch of snakes.
yeah. So I have like a
Awesome.
snake party. It's like my favorite.
Snack army.
All right. Oh shit. So you're the Circle of the Moon druid.
Mhm.
Awesome. So as a Circle of the Moon druid, you gain Combat Wild Shape. When you choose this circle at second level, you gain the ability to use Wild Shape on your turn as a bonus action rather than as an action. Medicinally, while you are transformed by Wild Shape, you can use a bonus action to expend 1 spell slot to regain 1d8 hit points per level of the spell slot expended. So that's really cool. You can heal yourself.
And I think in Wild Shape during battles, I can cast specific concentration spells before I transform, and they'll stay. And I looking up a list of those, but I don't have to use those until we can talk about it later.
Yeah, I haven't ever seen anything that suggests that you can't maintain concentration while transformed. I will double check that. I haven't done my full read through of the half page of information on Wild Shape. I know that you can't cast spells.
No, you can't cast spells in Wild Shape until you're like level 18, 1 billion or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be there in no time. Also, starting at second level, you have circle forms. You can use your Wild Shape to transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as 1.
1?
1. You can be even stronger creatures. So let me look in the back of the player's handbook and tell you the sorts of things that are at level 1.
Time out. Time out.
What? I can become a 1?
Time out.
In battle?
Yeah, as a bonus action.
Too bad you picked 4 animals and they were all squirrels. Jeez.
How?
So, Britt, a wolf is challenge rating 1/4, so you could become a wolf. Mm-hmm. A tiger, El Tigre.
Oh, I know. I've played tiger many times. I love being a tiger. Brown bear.
Is challenge rating 1, and it has 37 hit points.
Yeah. Tiger's dope.
Tiger is dope as shit.
Claw.
Wait, Steven.
What's up? What?
So, what I've learned from this... Hold on a minute.
Level we are.
Jeff gained the power of a shit ton of HP.
Yes.
Bronze now can summon agonizing eldritch horrors.
Yes.
Britt can turn into a 37 HP tiger. And I learned the power to hide?
Yes, you can hide better, Jesse. It fits.
All I can do, I can just hide?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, this is going to go great. All right, keep it up, gang. We're doing it.
The interesting thing about this is that, like, every character chooses, like, a crazy specialization that makes them really, like, strong all of a sudden. Druids do it at level 2. Most other classes do it at level 3. So, like, the others of you are going to get some crazy shit soon, but not yet.
Yeah, I guess I forgot that I could do CR1 at level 2.
Yeah, that's a Circle of the Moon thing specifically because of being a Circle of the Moon. You can turn into a brown bear, which is challenge rating 1, has 34 hit points.
Into a bear.
Yep.
That's my
some of us didn't choose to turn into a bear.
What? A dire wolf. All right, very cool.
Now there's more than one bear on the cast. It's up to you to figure out who the other one is.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. That's it. And Kara, as this power is flowing through your veins and you feel the roots of the earth embracing you and welcoming you, and especially, I guess it's actually the roots of the moon that are embracing
like on
you.
A moon, right? So
yeah, literally.
I love this place.
When you open your eyes, Saloon has given you a tiny object, something like a seed or a flower or a crystal or a shard of glass. It's up to you. But she says that you have a power within yourself to make a home for yourself here on the Gardens of the Moon. And if you plant this, then the home you desire will grow up for you. What is it that you hold in your hands?
I think that what she gave me was shards of an ancient moon.
Cool.
A very long time ago that has now been completely disappeared from the universe, but there are a few shards left floating around, and they're very powerful. And when you plant them on a newer moon, they
cool
space for you.
Pardon me. What do you mean by home on the moon?
Well, you all have been visiting here so often, I thought that this garden would make a very nice spot for you to rest and relax and recharge yourselves, store extra equipment, or I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do when you're not off getting killed over and over.
What? Thank you.
Is it
You're
just
very
for me,
welcome.
or can I share that with my friends?
It's for everybody, but like yours looks the way that you want. So like where do you plant this shard of another ancient moon? What color is it?
Ooh, it's like a mint color.
Mint, like a mint,
Like a
cool mint
translucent
green.
mint color.
Very
Awesome.
millennial of you.
Yeah.
To
I
choose
love
mint as
avocado
a color.
mint.
Mint color. Besides gray.
And like, what does your home look like when you plant it?
So when I plant the moon, what? Come on, give me a break, all right?
I just
have
thought it was
colors
funny.
I
You
like.
asked what color, and you said mint, and I think it's really funny. It's cute.
It
I like
is
mint
cute.
and
It is
gray are
cute.
my favorite colors. So.
I get it. It'd be like, what's your favorite
It's so
crayon?
specific.
Flesh. And it's like,
Yeah, well, you
you
know
know what it
could
is.
say-
It's just, yeah.
You're
get
not the
it.
only. It's. I always think it's adorable. Like you said, mint. Once I asked somebody what their favorite color was, and they said cerulean, and I was like,
Also, don't trust that person.
No, that's a killer.
You are
That's a
also a
killer.
murderer.
So I plant my little moon shard, and
Cerulean.
have you guys played Stardew Valley? You know when you
Nobody plays that, Brit. They get trapped in it.
Okay, well, I played it, and I married Emily, the blue-haired girl, and
They
she
get held hostage by it.
crystals. So she sets up like a little crystal garden next to your house. So it kind of looks like that. So little like moon crystals sprout up in a little kind of circular sort of area.
Wicked.
The ground turns into really pretty different colored rocks. Like little
Where do you plant this?
I guess just like maybe a couple of yards away from like the main area where we wake up.
Sure.
And I guess I would just walk in whatever direction has like a pretty view.
Nice. I mean, do you prefer to be looking out on Maine's oak tree, or the tall tower of marble, or the placid lake?
Probably the lake, because then I can see past the lake into
Cool.
the universe. That's where I want my little moon house.
What's that Hugh Jackman movie where there's a fountain? Oh, The Fountain. It's just called The Fountain.
Yeah, it's on the fountain. That's a good movie.
It is.
Yeah, I think that's
What a
how it
weird one.
looks. And maybe there's you know, little trees that sprout up like little plant life.
Yeah.
Little mini trees that are replicas of the ones in the forest that I came from.
Very nice. Very nice. Inside of this circle of crystal shards, there's like an opening that you can pass through. Inside is a finely wrought mother of pearl and silver chest, which it's quite large. It's like a trunk. It's not the sort of thing you would carry with you, but when you open it, it is empty. Clearly a space for you to store anything you
Storage.
don't necessarily want to carry with you.
Yeah. I guess I just asked the rest of the group, does anyone need to store anything? We have space now.
No, I'm good.
I don't think I need to store anything right now. Does anyone else? I mean, I didn't think about this before, so.
Saloon sort of like gestures to the four of you. Hello, what about you? And she points at Armoros.
What about me?
I detect that you have brought back some items from your journey. Items which are perhaps not immediately useful.
He like pulls out an ear from his enemy.
She laughs. Her laugh is musical and amused. No, you had that before you came here. I'm talking about the dagger and the flask.
Are they worth anything?
I could tell you if you like.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Nice. Do you just like shove them both in her hands?
He just pulls them out and like hands them over. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. So First, she looks at the silver flask. Let's see. Yes. This item is called a guard's respite. And she says, I can tell you a brief description of the item from the energies that are attached to it. This one, at the end, even those tasked with defense turned towards various methods of numbing themselves. It's a valuable piece. I estimate that Maine would purchase it from you if you like.
Is it magical?
It is not.
Okay, I'll sell it to him. What about the dagger?
The dagger, this is a Fang of Dahaka. It is a spell focus. Those who are magically inclined can channel their spells through it. Some devotees fixate on the blood aspect, seeking to thicken their own in preparation for the coming night.
So, like, Aya could use this?
Aya probably could if she desired.
He takes it back from her, flips it handle first, and hands it over to her.
I take it from him.
Cool.
And like kind of look the blade up and down. What does it look like?
Yeah, this is an ornate carved serpent dagger. So the rough metal hilt is sort of like etched and inscribed in the scale patterns of a serpent. The pommel of the dagger, like resting at the back end, sort of as a counterweight, is the shape of a serpent head, and then the blade emerges seamlessly from the hilt, beaten down into a sinuous, curving blade, like a wickedly sharp, sinuous blade.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, Maine will also buy this from you if you like. Armoros, the sale of the guard's respite earns you, let's see, 25 gold pieces.
Sick.
Yeah, Maine like grabs it from you and says, "Ooh, shiny," and then ducks his head back down into the hollow and then tosses it up, and then you see him sort of go, and then he like leans forwards and opens his beak and just vomits out a stream of gold coins like down on top of your head.
Seems normal.
Seems normal.
I love that bird so much.
He's so kooky.
All right, are you keeping this Fang of Dahaka bronze?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I want to keep it.
Cool. It's a small item, so it can go into like your belt pouch, or if you perhaps decided to leave behind your spell focus in Ankara's chest, then you could just keep this spell focus in your class slot.
No.
Yeah.
Just gonna put it in my belt slot. I have one slot open.
Cool. Wow. All right, folks. I think that does it for like start of session stuff.
Cool.
Do any of you want to buy anything from Maine while you're here? And or what do y'all want to do next? What do you think is left for you to do in the dungeon now?
He doesn't have any magical swords or anything like that, right?
No, he does not sell any magical swords.
Well, that's right. In this world, we like killed it, I think, or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about better armor? Do you have better armor?
What kind of armor do you want?
+1 from chainmail.
Yeah, I think Maine can probably procure a set of armor for you if you want him to. Let me talk to you about price. Chainmail.
No, I have chainmail.
Yeah, is a 16. So the one step up from chainmail requires a strength of 15, which you easily clear. Is splint mail, costs 200 gold pieces.
All right, I'll give him 50. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding.
You're just like, all right,
I'm good.
okay.
I'm all good.
This bird is bad at haggling. He takes your 50 and swallows it.
Mhm.
Well, I believe last time we discovered that even though we opened up the back way from the chain room back into the portcullis area. There was another direction that we did not go, where apparently guards went to from that room, if I'm not mistaken.
Upstairs.
And other than that, we've gone to every room in this area so far, except for that one way, and we can't get out of the gates, the lock gate area, to get beyond, to get to the other brazier, I believe, that was outside beyond that. So
Yes.
I think we have only one place to go now.
Well, you haven't done a whole lot with the blood oozes down in the basement, but like maybe y'all are just gonna avoid that.
I mean, yeah, we could go down to the blood oozes, but they want to sacrifice, and we don't have any like sacrifice-ease. So I don't know, but there is stuff down there with them. We can try and fight the blood oozes now that we are a higher level as well. I'll hide, but I'm sure the rest of you can defeat them.
What do y'all think? What do y'all feel about what you want to do with your excursion into the dungeon this time?
I'm wondering if there is a human up in the loft area where we left those people that we could feed to the blood ooze.
We never did find that guy. We have no idea where that dude went. And
Yeah.
I want to feed his ass to that ooze so badly. So we could go back
We can
past
look for
Tim.
him.
We go check in on Tim. Give Tim a little like, hey, I could kill you, but I'm not going to kill you. And then go up and look at the guys.
Won't that room will be respawned with people, right?
But will Tim be there? Maybe Tim can
Nope.
help us.
I don't know. Maybe we should just go back and like scout things out and then decide.
Sure. It's fine by me.
Guys.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Great.
Awesome. So the four of you head back to the viewing pool and fix your gaze, fixing the sunfire brazier in your mind's eye. And within a short moment, all four of you are standing once again in that guard chamber where you can hear the whispers of the mad jailer echoing up the stairwell from down below.
God damn it.
You see the open fireplace with the dragon head over it, and you hear the wind whistling through the stair shaft. There's those stairs down to the portcullis area. What is the plan? Where are y'all going first?
Yeah. where do you
Probably
guys
through
wanna
the
go?
fireplace, right?
Okay, so up towards the whatever, like the cauldrons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Sure.
So if I remember from last time, our marching order was Armoros, Ankara, Aya, Sarek.
So yes, that sounds accurate.
Okay. Standard marching order. Let's see here. Mhm. Yeah, cool. Why did this not update? There we go. Nice. All right. So the four of you reach the top of the stairs. At the top of the stairs, behind this this fireplace secret door that y'all opened a little while ago. At the top of the stairs, there's a heavy wooden door. Here's what you see. Did I move you over? Yes. Good. Perfect. What's the plan? Are y'all just gonna like try the same thing as before? Are you gonna try to listen? What do you want to do here?
Oh, can we listen? We never
Yeah.
thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow! Whoa!
Crap.
Yeah. Let's I say we like creep up and then sort of snoop and see what they're up
Yeah.
to.
Who is doing the snooping?
Rouge.
Yeah, Sark sort of like pushes his way to the front. He's like, before we go in, let me figure out what's going on.
Let me snoop. All right, Sarek, roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh man, I'm on a goof. Perception check.
Nice. 16, pretty solid. So that takes 10 minutes. So let's mark that off of the clock.
They let me listen. Thank you. That's so nice of you to let me listen for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Like, everyone, shut up. I'm listening for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you hear on the other side, first and most easily, you hear warm.
Okay, Tim is there. He's still inside.
Actually,
his
for
little
you, I
box.
guess it's shvafa, 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 shvafa. Yes. And then you hear a strange voice. What is it? I don't know. What should we do? We're here to guard. We don't need to mess with it. Yes, but is it disrupting our task? No. There are still 4. We can man those 4. You go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. That's what you hear.
All right. Tim and a bunch of idiots are on the other side of this door. If we take them quickly, I think we can do this.
Especially with their new powers.
Okay, well, and then like Sarek sort of like gets up against the wall. He's like, after you.
Can I motion to Armros and say, age before beauty?
We're just fighting these guys again.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Just rips out his sword and puts a shield up and stomps forward.
Nice. You're going to like throw open the door and go charging in?
We don't throw open doors. We kick them open.
Yeah, right. Good. Yep. You kick the door. Roll a strength test for me, please.
Absolutely.
Break your
I love how
phone.
excited you get about rolling that strength check every time.
Absolutely.
The door goes fucking flying inwards. It lands 10 feet in. You see 4 guards standing here against this back wall, looking at you in utter shock. What do you do, Armoros?
He says, Tim is ours. He stomps forward.
Nice.
And then I'll just strike at the first guy.
Move yourself where you would like to be and roll your attack.
I have to find my token. With you millennials and you're not playing in your mind's eye.
He's down over here.
Let me grab my little art here that doesn't... There he is. I don't know. Oh, there's still my oof, though. That's good. Where's the guys? Yeah.
Down here, down at the bottom. Let's see.
Are they like all huddled away from Tim?
Yeah, they're all huddled away from Tim. They were
He's
all
a
staring
terrifying
at the
space
center.
demon.
Do I make an attack?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Is the surprise round?
Yeah.
The surprise kick in the door round? Okay. Ooh. No.
14. You're attacking Spear Guard A. Yes, you hit. Roll your damage.
No, I rolled a 9, man.
Oh, shit. No, you rolled a 9. You did not hit. You don't get to roll your damage. Would you like to use your action surge?
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
Ah, yeah. That hits. Roll your damage.
10.
10 points. Very well done. Fantastic. Okay. You were also clustered right up on the door, right? Because you said age before beauty. So I'll let you go next in the rushing in.
Okay. So I'm going to step out into the hall and then I think I'm gonna so okay, this is my first time playing Warlock. So I get a bonus action and a normal action?
Yes, if you have anything that causes you to have a bonus action, you can take a bonus action.
Okay. And then do you take that before or after your normal action?
At any point in your turn.
Okay. Because on my sheet, it says here, I'll just link it.
Yep. Oh,
it says casting time 1 bonus action. So does that mean I can put a hex on the short swords guard and then launch an Eldritch Blast at him?
Yes, and specifically the reason you can do that is because hex is a bonus action, which means it consumes your bonus action, but not your action. As an action, you can cast a cantrip, which Eldritch Blast is. You could not cast 2 level 1 spells in a turn, but you can cast a spell and a cantrip. So fire off that Eldritch Blast. Which guard are you putting the hex on?
Well, my second question was going to be, if this creature dies and I try to transfer my hex, this is like the big question. Does that consume another spell slot?
No. Transferring your hex just takes a bonus action on a subsequent turn.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna, you see, I kind of like focus, and she has her skull in one hand, and she speaks, and like almost like it makes the sound of like of crabs clattering on a beach.
Ooh.
And yeah, you start to see the short swords guard kind of like look kind of fishy in nature, kind of gets like an Innsmouth look to him.
Yeah.
And I hex him and then immediately shoot an Eldritch Blast his way.
He has like the faint outline of Jill's on his neck.
You're a monster.
All right.
A 12 unfortunately singes directly over his shoulder, not hitting him.
Does it hit with... Oh, wait, no. You also choose one ability. The target has disadvantage. Oh, that's different then. Okay.
Yes. Right. Go ahead and tell me which ability this target has disadvantage on.
I don't know. What's a good one? When y'all cast spells, like which one do you feel like they have to always test for?
I mean, dexterity is usually pretty good about that.
I was gonna say, Britt, what do you usually use when they do saving throws? What do they have to roll for?
On my spells?
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Well, doesn't it depend on what type of spell it is?
Yeah, because like Entangle, they have to like roll to see if they can. I think that's Dex.
I'll just do Dex.
Maybe. Yeah, just Dex is probably good.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Good deal. Nice. Sarek, you are also right up against the door. I'm gonna let you go next. And then after this, we'll all roll for initiative so that we're all acting in order. What do you do?
Sure. Sarek goes he sneaks up and around over to Tim and shouts, "I'll protect Tim!" And pulls out his bow, but like doesn't do anything. Just sort of sits there like ready to fight, but not really doing nothing.
Such a useful dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, sure. Awesome. And Ankara, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just walk up behind Aya and I guess just use my short bow to fire at Spearguard A.
Cool. 21. Nailed him. Roll your damage. With 5 piercing damage, your arrow thuds directly into his chest, punching through his leather armor and killing him.
Bye-bye.
He dies. Bye-bye. Fantastic. All right. With the 4 of you each select your tokens and roll for initiative, and let's start this business in order. 14. A 19 for Britt, 14 for Armoros, 22 for Sarek, and a 22 for Aya. Fantastic. Let's see. Sarek, your dexterity is 16, and Aya, your dexterity is 14. So, Sarek, you actually do get the drop on everybody else. So, it's your turn, sir. What do you do?
Being the smart, savvy rogue that Sarek is, he, fell back, keeping out of the fray. I'm not dying no more. I'm protected by Tim. I give Tim a few looks like, I got you, buddy, even though he doesn't mean it at all. And he fires off his bow at the guy directly south of him.
Cool. Short swords guard A. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. 18 hits. Roll your damage. 7 piercing damage. Woo. All right. Now, you're not hidden or anything, so you don't get advantage or sneak attack. So you only do your 7, but that's still a nice solid chunk of damage. Aya, you see an arrow come whizzing through and embed itself in this short sword guard's shoulder. He is the one with the slightly fishy look as these shadow crabs sort of move across his skin. It's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna launch another Eldritch Blast his way.
Nice.
Let's see here. Oh my god, my rolls today.
Yeah, not so good. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you staying right there?
I'm actually going to move. Let's see, in this direction, and try to put the cauldron between him and myself.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Short Swords Guard B goes running forwards over here next to you, Armoros, and then he attacks. Did I do the thing? I did. Oh, I'm so good. Thank you. Using Roll20 like a boss. Oh, shit. Well, he strikes at you with his main hand sword, nailing you with a 23, sliding it directly between the chinks in your armor, striking you for a critical hit, dealing you 8 piercing damage. And then he makes an offhand attack, which clangs against your shield, Armoros, not damaging you further. Cool. Ankara and then Armoros after this. Ankara, it's your turn. What do you do? Armoros just took a chunk of damage from this Short Swords Guard. The other Short Swords Guard has an arrow sticking out of his shoulder.
This actually seems like not a bad place to be, because if they move in, we'll kind of surround them. So
Yep.
I guess I'll just stay here and shoot again with my short bow at Short Sword Guard B.
Sounds fine. 23 hits for 4 piercing damage. Okay, you do a little chunk off of him. Armoros, you see this arrow come whizzing through and strike this Short Swords Guard directly in the calf. You see his face, burnt and scarred as it is, bead up with sweat from pain. What do you do?
I roll a critical one, apparently.
Ooh. Yeah, you're just surprised after this rush into the room. You maybe ran in a little too early or didn't steal yourself enough or something like that. Fortunately for you, Short Swords Guard B steps right up and thrusts his, Spear Guard B thrusts his spear with 2 hands in your direction. Whew, missing you entirely. Sarek, we're back to you, followed by Aya. What do you do, Sarek?
Sarek again fires off another shot at the guy who he attempts to fire off another shot at the guy he hit before, but the other dude moved in front of him, so he's going to try and get that guy instead in order to save his team or something.
What an odd concept. Well, 12 is pretty good, but unfortunately your arrow does go whizzing like just under his arms as he dances and weaves, striking at Armoros, and your arrow flies wide. Are you moving or just sticking right there next to Tim?
I'm gonna move behind Tim, and can I sort of like hide behind the cauldron? Can I do that?
Yeah. So this is a bonus action for you. Go ahead and make a roll for hiding.
How do I do that on here?
You just click the stealth button on your skills.
Gotcha. Okay.
A 14. Let's see. Yeah, cool. All right, Aya, your turn.
Okay. You see Aya kind of like arguing with someone who's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of like, no, see, I procured you more power. And in return, you're supposed to. No, that wasn't the deal. No. And you see her like, and then you see her reach into her boot and pull out a blade and just like, fuck it. And she like chucks it at the one she hexed earlier.
Nice. You're just throwing a dagger?
Mm-hmm.
Wicked. Oh, Jesus.
Don't need
Roll
him.
your damage on that. 6. And pretty sure your hex still applies.
I think so. It says on attack.
Yeah, on your attack. So roll 1d6.
Okay. I don't know if I set this up correctly. I kind of set it up as a little attack so I wouldn't have to do it every time. That didn't work.
You just have to click the word hex.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So
All
you
right.
got 4 additional damage. So you dealt 10 damage with this dagger. What does it look like when your hex kicks in?
You see like the point where the dagger hits the guard. From there, like you see like a ripple of almost like scales come out and like almost start to like eat away at his flesh, like those like that weird shadowy crab like effect, and it ripples out from the point where the dagger punctures.
Well, fortunately for you and unfortunately for this Short Swords Guard, his entire body turns into scales and then falls apart in a sloughing of dead scaly flesh. He is
Sexy.
well and truly dead.
Sexy.
All right, let's do that, and then, well, we'll keep that on him until you decide to move it somewhere else. Fantastic. Short Swords Guard B makes another pair of strikes at Armoros. Main hand and then offhand, whiffing entirely on both attacks. Ankara, your turn.
I'm just gonna short bow.
Who are you shooting at?
Guard B.
Cool.
I can't say that. See, I'm learning new words I can't say all the time. Guys, I got Invisalign, so I can't talk properly yet. Short. Yeah. Oh, I hit him.
19 nails it for 8 piercing
Doesn't matter
damage.
if I can say it or not. He's dead. Maybe not dead.
What does it look like when you kill this man with your short bow?
Well, I've been like nailing it, just standing in the doorway. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident at this point. And I see him go for Armoros. So I'm assuming he's facing away from me.
Yep.
So I pull the bow back and then I whistle at him. Like just look over here. So as he's turning, I just let go and nail him in the neck.
Awesome. So just like sticks straight through his neck. You hear him gurgle.
Yeah.
And then he collapses on the floor. He like slides down Armos' shield, leaving a smear across the front of it. Armos, it's your turn. The only man left standing is this spear guard who's menacing you from the other end of a spear.
14?
14 hits. 7 damage, solid measure. Very nice. He strikes back at you, thrusting to try to slip his spear under your guard. Ooh, I think that hits, right? You've got a 19 armor class? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He deals you 6 piercing damage, finding a spot just over your shield and nicking your shoulder. Everybody else is dead. Sarek, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm hiding behind this pot.
Yes.
What I can do is
Yes.
use my... I can attack and then sneak attack? Is that the...
So you pop up and you come out of hiding, and when you attack, you have advantage because this guard is distracted. You went way over there. You hid behind the pot. Like, he does not know you're there.
Okay.
So when you attack, you have advantage. And then when you hit him, if you hit him, you will also deal 1d6 extra damage for getting a sneak attack.
Let's do this.
All right.
All right. Short bow. This guy's face. Never mind.
It's a good thing you had advantage because
Yeah,
the 22 hits.
22.
Oh,
So you did hit him. Roll your short bow damage and then roll 1d6. 7 piercing plus 2. 9 damage. What's it look like when you kill this guy, Jesse?
Sarek, in his mind, it probably looks spectacular.
Yeah.
But in reality, he clumsily rolls out from behind this pot, thinking he's amazing, and he does like a very lazy somersault and pulls his bow back and fires off. But the bow does not, in his mind, because he hasn't seen, one of the guys he thought was still alive. He didn't see that guy die. So he fired it at that guy, but it was so off the mark, it ends up hitting the one that's still alive in the face. And Sarah just looks around and he's like, that's right. I did that. Yes.
I'm imagining like this awkward roll, and then like you lift up one leg and try to shoot under it with your bow, like all super fancy.
And he says pew pew when he does it too. Pew pew.
Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, Tim burbles something next to you. That's
right, Tim. I did very well.
All right, excellent. Yeah, everybody's dead. They're all gone. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll put them onto the GM layer. Cool. Tim, I think, is burbling happily in his container, and Ankara, because you speak Celestial, you can hear him saying, "Friends, friends, 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 friends."
Aww.
So
heal
cool.
myself, by the way.
Yeah, Armros, actually, I deprived you of your full round. If you want to use your second wind as a bonus action, you can just do that.
Okay.
And that's 1d10. Is it plus something?
Plus my constitution.
Plus your fighter level.
Oh,
so it's 1d10 plus 2.
Just 6, okay.
You get 6 hit points back. It's about time for our break of the evening, so why don't I kick it over to Jesse? We'll come back in about 5 minutes, and we will see what Tim has to say, explore a little more of the dungeon, find out what
maybe
else
a short rest. Maybe
a short rest. Maybe.
Yeah, all right. Well, when we come back, we'll figure out what Tim has been up to. You know, a lot of things have happened since we were at the moon. Tim could have a family now. He could be on his retirement 401k, have little Tim kids, Tim bits as they're called. Who knows? Who knows?
Tim Tams?
Yeah, Tim Tams. Little delicious chocolate covered Tim Tams. Who knows? Make a Tim Tam Slam. Put it in your coffee. Anyway, we'll be back. Stay tuned for more Sunfall Cycle. See you guys in a minute.
Welcome back. All right, folks, what do you want to do? We've just heard that Tim is feeling happy and warm. I think he was just saying, and Kara, you can understand, too cold, make warmer. Did y'all want to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we short rest, which means that Armoros, you regain your action surge and also your second wind. Both of those regenerate on a short rest. And do you want to spend hit dice?
I do.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Just 1d10 plus 2, right?
It's 1d10 plus your Constitution modifier.
Wow, there's a 10.
There you go.
Max.
Looking good. And the rest of you, for example, Aya, you regain your spell slots on a short rest, so you're back up to 2 instead of stuck at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to walk over to Tim and ask why it's cold.
He reaches up a tendril and like entwines it around your hand, his gentle suckers plucking at your skin as he explores your hand from a position of nearness. There's a fire burning under this cauldron.
You're not warm enough?
Want warmer.
Warmer?
Want warmer.
What's warmer than this?
Want friends.
Friends?
Friends.
Friends like solar demon friends?
Yes. Lonely.
Lonely.
Bring friends.
Where are they?
No, what? You're going to bring more solar demons to a solar demon?
You can't understand any of this conversation.
I'm saying it doesn't matter. Fuck you. Sarek vanishes. Sarek turns into water and disappears from reality. All right, have your little conversation, but just know I'm on to you. Just know I don't know what he's saying.
No, I think
but I know it ain't
you heard
good.
My side. You heard me say friends.
I don't know, because you're talking in Celestial, right?
Well, when
Oh, that's
Sarek
true.
expresses his frustration, like, fine, have your little, personal conversation. I'm going to use my awakened mind.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. And, try to key in on what they're talking about. And I'll just, like lean over to Sarek and be like,
Translating?
yeah.
Yeah,
Let him know, like, oh, Tim wants friends. He's lonely.
Yeah, I think like you can't listen in on their conversation because it's not like a telepathy thing.
Oh, but I
you
can talk to him.
Yeah, you have your own conversation, but you can be like, hey, Tim, what's up? And Tim's like, hello again, friend. I desire that you bring me more friends to play with. Because we can just communicate directly with you.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this one bit.
Where are your friends?
I don't know. Missing friends.
Oh man.
I tell Tim psionically, Tim, I could be your friend.
No.
Damn. Bronze, if you need a minute or something like that, that's fine. You just take it.
There's probably some cold cream somewhere.
I reach into Tim's pocket and take his hand and place it in mine because we are gonna be friends.
You just like take one of his other hands and like try to hold it. It like tries to like slip out of your grasp. So,
No,
like,
we are gonna be friends.
a hands game. Yeah.
Chat, you don't know that story because that was a callback to something earlier before we went live.
It's
but-
true.
The pre-show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we don't know where its friends are. Can you tell me anything else about your friends?
Like me.
Like
Lots of arms.
Okay.
Big eye.
Big eye.
And he points and like puts a tentacle right on his eyeball.
Mm-hmm. I see that. That is a big eye.
Make warmer.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do to help it.
What is he saying?
He wants more friends. He wants more solar demons. But it doesn't know where they are.
That's probably for the best. Yes?
No.
What?
I mean, it's sad, so I don't know. That's the
Very
best.
sad. Very sad.
Sad for him, great for us. Solar demons? The demon is in the name.
Right, but maybe if we conglomerate all of the solar demons into one location, they will melt together, forming some type of solar demon hive mind that we can then unleash upon our foes.
Who are our foes? A bunch of black-eyed
Everything
gods.
here. Yeah, everything here
This
is our foe.
This is literally a terrible idea.
Or a great one.
No, I've never heard of a worse idea. Ever. Ever. I thought saving this creature and putting him in a pot was dumb. Finding another creature to put in another pot is equally stupid.
Steven, is there any way for us to send it back to the sun?
Yeah.
You know, you tell me.
In this distant future, Elon Musk is successful. There's just pneumatic tubes that go right to the sun. Should be fine.
Milan Usk.
I am.
The high elf.
Go ahead, Aya.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Tim, if he will give us something if we bring him friends.
Yes, yes, yes. Give you things, pretty things, shiny things.
While Sarek, Tim just said we get a fancy reward for bringing him friends.
What does that mean to a space demon?
I don't know. He was holding a tear. Anything that this thing thinks is fancy or shiny could be also powerful.
Where would
and
he
magical.
store them? Do you see pockets?
I'd like to point out that whether or not Tim has treasures to give, Tim comes from the sun, and the sun is dying, so we should preserve every piece of the sun that we possibly can.
Sarek pulls out his dagger from his waist and sort of looks at Tim and he's like, "Do you think if we kill it, it'll go back to the sun?"
Okay, wait, no, that's not how this works. He's
Maybe
not
we're
from
helping
the
him.
moon.
We go to the moon, maybe it'll go to the sun.
That is the stupidest logic I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
No!
Tim's tendrils wrap around your arms and he says,
Friend, mean man, mean man.
Sarek, I will not allow you to harm this creature.
Sarek puts away his dagger and he's like, "I'm watching you, Tim." And sort of huff and puffs back to the corner.
yeah. He does. He turns all of his tendrils inside out, and then there's a little mouth in there, like a human mouth, not like a beak, not like a
human hello,
yeah, exactly. And then he just
one
goes
of the cat videos, but as a human mouth.
Yeah, yes,
Hi, meow.
yes.
Okay. What does he say? Does he say anything?
Yeah, he's just.
I liked him.
I do too, but I don't know where to find more solar demons.
I say we bolster up his little fire, make sure he's nice and cozy, and go on our merry way. And if we find him any buddies, we'll bring them to him. You're right. I don't respect a lot of things in Kara, but you're right. He might be the last of his species, and therefore he must be preserved, studied, harnessed, and then unleashed upon the world.
How
I'm
do we
so
bolster
proud.
his fire? How do we warm him up?
I don't know. Steven, is there any I don't know, any kindling? No.
Oh God. Sarek goes over to one of the pots of hot oil.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want to get hotter, get in here. And he points into the boiling oil.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Tim understands you because he doesn't speak.
I tell Tim, I say, it's warmer right over there. Do you want to go where it's warmer?
No, make warm here.
He'll make warm here.
Make warm.
It's just right there.
So nice. Right here.
He sinks down to the bottom of the cauldron, just rolls around just like a ball of
Tim.
tinder.
No.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Armros is a big, strong guy. Armros broke that door in. What if we were to maybe chop it into some more burnable pieces, stack it up under Tim? You can produce your flame, light it on fire, and he'll be good for a few more hours. We can come back and check in on him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
See if that helps heat him up.
Yeah.
Armros, give me a strength saving throw, please. All right. This actually takes you 10 minutes. You start off strong and start splintering the wood, but then it like this door is bigger than you thought. It just takes more time. It's just real annoying. But eventually you get it all done. You get the door chopped into pieces and stack them all up under Tim's pot. The fire is a mighty roaring blaze. Tim is rolling around in glee.
Warmer?
So
Good. We'll look for more friends. We'll come back if we find more friends. And if
Yes.
not, we'll come back and warm you up again.
Yes, yes. Bring friends. Bring warm.
I just look back at them and smile. Okay, we can go now.
I smile back. We're doing a good thing here. You're right. Preserve, study, harness. And with that, I start to walk into the next room.
I just follow her.
cool. Yeah. You push open the door to the next room, and again, there's all these chains hanging down, blocking your line of sight, making the rafters very dim. Aya, you also don't have dark vision, right? So this
No.
room is quite dark. So if y'all want to be able to see easily, someone's going to have to produce some light.
I can just produce flame again.
Cool. Yep. You produce flame, hold this burning sphere of fire in your hand, and then everybody can see once again. So yes, at the far side of this room, up against the north wall, there is a ladder leading up, as well as, of course, in the north. Let's see, north.
Was stairs going
west
down, right?
corner. Yeah, there's spiral stairs curving down.
So we've been down the stairs. It leads outside. So logically, we send someone up that ladder to go investigate. Amoros.
Sounds good.
You just immediately start climbing the ladder, Amros?
Yep.
Awesome. You climb the ladder. It's quite dark up here.
I can't see. I'll pull out one of my own torches.
Yeah, cool. Go ahead and mark down one use of your Dungeoneer's pack. You pull out a torch and light it up. The room you're standing in is, let's see, you're facing, sort of like you step off the ladder and the room is behind you instead of like in front of you. So you turn around. The room is 25 feet wide, east and west, and 10 feet to your south. There's a doorway. It's a very simple room. There's like a handful of like small barrels and stuff stacked along the walls. There's like a bookshelf with like a whole bunch of rotten like ledgers and stuff on it. The doorway is blocked off by a scintillating white wall of fog.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There's
That's a
fog up here.
I'm sorry, there's what?
It's fog.
Sark looks at the two.
Does that mean everything else we fought hasn't been a boss until now? So like Jailer Ma'am, Ooze.
You guys should come up here. We should go through the fog and probably fight stuff.
Yeah, I mean, since I have Mask of the Wild, I'll climb up and hide in the fog and move in to see what's happening in there.
Yes, you should definitely go look. I'll stay here to protect our friends.
Okay. And Kara, you're just like moving in through the fog.
Yeah, trying to be very quiet.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me. Cool. And Kara, you step through the wall of
Walks
fog.
through and farts first thing.
Sup, bitches!
And here's what you see.
You did.
Oh, wait, what's this guy's name?
Can I hear her scream through the fog? Or is there any sound or anything?
Yes. Token layer. Cool. You stand in a room lit to bright light. In the center of the room, there is a brazier burning low with coals. It stands on a set of 3 spindly, rickety legs that suspend it above the ground. Across and away from you, beyond the brazier, you see a massive wall of huge wooden beams and iron reinforcements containing a dozen to 100 wrought iron gears, pulleys, belts, wheels, and counterweights. Standing with his back to you is a man facing like basically a shipwright's wheel. So it's like very obviously something that a person can turn. He turns around and looks at you, Ankara, and with the force of his gaze, you check behind you, and there is a wall of fog behind you as well. He looks like this. He wears a burnished bronze cherub mask over his face, twisted in an expression of extreme sorrow, with a red splash of blood across the middle of the face. He's wearing pure white leather armor with gilded studs. He has a leather bandolier of daggers strapped to his chest, and he carries an ivory white ceramic scimitar. The hand that clutches the scimitar as he looks at you and points it in your direction is pale, pale white, almost deathly pallid. Points his scimitar at you, Ankara, and says, "Intruders, you will never make it into the palace compound." And then he runs for you. Ankara, would you roll for initiative?
No! You should have covered yourself!
I don't hear anything, Steven, or anything. She just like goes
Yeah, you hear all of this, of course.
Oh, I'm gonna step through.
Yeah, we're gonna follow.
Yeah,
My
totally.
good rolls happen at the beginning of the show.
Should I roll initiative, Steven? Because I just step right through.
Yeah. Everybody, please do roll initiative.
And I try to get in front of Ankara.
Cool.
Do his eyes look alive or dead?
Alive.
Ooh.
His eyes are not pools of blackness, and his skin is not burned.
It's really white, which means
It's really, really white, super
probably
white.
a nerd. Does he have red hair, Steven? Is there?
Aya and Sarek, please roll for initiative. I think he's blonde.
Damn, he's handsome then. Shit.
Do we know anything else about him? He's just an angry, terrifying guy.
I don't think you know anything else about him.
He prefers Polynesian food.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But only
He will occasionally go for Indonesian, but only if he's really like feeling it.
yeah, Polynesian, but only the sauce they serve at Chick-fil-A. That's his only experience with Polynesian food.
Yes. All right, Armoros, you're the first to act. You step pushing your way into the fog wall that feels resistant as you move through it, pushing your way through. Finally, when it releases you, you're in the room standing next to Ankara. What do you do?
He kind of like takes a second to readjust because he sees this guy stomping forward, so he just steps right in front of Ankara to receive the impact, and then I swing at him.
Cool. So you're running up to this guy.
Yeah.
All right. A 15 is a hit. Roll your damage.
I do 9.
9.
So swipe at him, and then I'm going to swipe again.
Cool. You burn your accent surge, hitting him a second time for an additional 6 points of damage. Very nice. Is there any like flourish when you make your second attack? What does that look like?
Yeah, he kind of like swings and then readjusts his sword and then just like stabs back with it.
Nice. You're clearly working your way beyond this guy's guard. He's flashing his scimitar back and forth. Oh, wait. Actually, for the second attack, let's see. Yes. He makes a reaction. His reaction is, oh, I can't trigger it. That's a shame. He parries, his sword striking against yours, knocking it away, adding 2 to his armor class, and your second attack misses.
Okay.
All right, it's his turn. Yes. So he is going to multi-attack. He makes 2 with a scimitar, flashing in your direction, Armros, missing you both times, but then he hurls a dagger straight at Ankara. 5, 10, 15, 20. Hitting you, Ankara, dealing you 7 piercing damage as the dagger sinks into your thigh. He then uses his cunning action to take the disengage action as a bonus action, and then he runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. And Kara, it's your turn. This dagger just flashed in you, and you saw this knight go running out of the room. What do you do?
I mean, so is he just gone, or?
I mean, he ran away, but you don't see him at the moment.
I guess I just ask the group. Should I go after him?
Wait, we'll pursue as a group.
We're on his turf. Who knows? He might have like a secret hatch or something and jump out of the ceiling. We should cover each other.
Okay. Then I guess I'm trying to figure out if I turn into a tiger now, I won't be able to throw anything or shoot anything at him from far away. But that might be a better bet for hand-to-hand combat.
Should still turn into a tiger.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're soft. Like he.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a tiger.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm morphing
So
into
you
a tiger.
spend your bonus action to become a tigre. Let me.
But it's like a lumpy tiger that's unkempt and has 1 paw.
Why?
All right, let's see. I'm gonna make a.
You push through the fog. There's like, Seth!
And Kara, the tigre.
If I had rolled well, I would have snuck back through the fog and told you guys exactly what was going on. He wouldn't, and we would have had the jump on him. Okay?
I know. We just don't. We're not a good rolling team. I think.
We are.
It's
We
a good
are.
idea, Britt. It's not your idea that's bad. It was the execution. It's fine.
Yeah. And now I'm panicking and turning into a tiger.
All right, so let's see.
Rolls like the
Tigers
funny
have-
situations like, oh no, we got to sneak out. Roll a 1. You're like, well, I guess I trip and fall on my face, like the internet popcorn girl. That's what I picture.
All right, Ankara, here is a token that you can control while you are Le Tigre. And of course, tigers have a speed of 40 feet, not 35. So you can move 8 squares per turn, not 7 like normal. So that's that. You don't want to move anywhere or anything?
I mean,
I think you should go back to back with Armros. Maybe put your back to that weird light there where I clicked. Yeah, and like watch this entrance over here. Maybe
yeah,
that might be
be on guard.
because I have a feeling he's gonna like disengage and like try to sneak attack us. That's just the vibe I'm getting from this
No, that
dude.
makes sense. I'll prowl up next to
Just
armor.
like formation.
Cool. Sarek, your turn.
Sark peers through the fog, but not completely going in. It's
As
like,
soon as you push a body part of yours through the fog carries you forwards through it.
cool, excellent. Sark just like plops out the other side. He's like, so this is us now, eh? What is that thing? I was busy setting up the overlay stuff. What is this right there?
That's a burning brazier in the middle of the room, standing on 3 rickety iron wrought legs, very spindly, weak-looking legs.
Gotcha.
It's lighting the room and also has burning coals on it.
Sure, and we don't know what this stuff is yet because we haven't seen it, correct?
Yeah, you haven't really been in there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Sarek looks at the others and is like, "What is it? What was it?"
I'm a tiger. I can't talk.
What are we fighting? I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it.
There's a knight. He ran into the other room. We're waiting to go in as a team.
Oh, delightful. So I guess Sark will I don't know, go here.
Cool. Aya, your turn.
Oh yeah, do you need any healing? Or no, it's Ankara that got hit, right?
Yeah.
But now she's a tiger.
Yeah, but now she's a tiger.
So she looks fine. Like I guess we can just like visibly look at it.
She visibly looks like a tiger.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, tigers are large, so Ankara actually looks like this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Kara, can you understand us? She has a little loot.
It's my cat. I don't know, man.
Brow. Brow.
My cat does that.
You're like the sassiest tiger. Meow.
You could snarl or barely
Roar.
nod your head, and you're like,
I'm gonna take that as a yes. You should probably have the tiger lead the way.
Meow.
Meow.
We need to pursue
Okay.
this night, though.
Armros is like, please, let's fight this thing. And everybody else
Stop yelling around, please.
yeah, I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna follow in the room.
Guys, I
Um,
can't actually leave this room.
Yeah, you can. You can
I
squeeze
can?
through doors.
Okay, I can
Yeah,
squeeze.
yeah. You're not blocked. You're just a large creature.
Prince. Yeah, Steve's like, yeah, you can't fit through there. You're stuck. You're a tiger.
Yeah, you're fucked, actually. Then the rest of your team is getting killed in the other room.
Team.
Just take a nap.
You're just licking your balls
Do we-
somewhere.
Whoa. It's a female
That's what tigers
tiger.
do. Come on, man.
Female tiger.
Armros.
Listen, let's deal with this, okay?
It's a
Do we-
gender
It's your
fluid tiger.
Do we follow
Yeah.
him? What do we do?
Armros, where did he go?
How do you lead the team?
Well, I tell the tiger to, but we just, yeah.
So are you like delaying your action this round until after the tiger acts?
Yeah. By the
Okay,
way, this
so-
picture of Inkara the tiger is absolutely fucking incredible. This is Roll20 was made for this. It's just like
Realistic.
Yep. Really sells the fantasy.
it's like MS-DOS enhanced. It's like I want to take a closer look. And you like zoom. You're like, well, I don't want that at all, actually.
I wonder if I have anything that's tiger-esque.
No, if we keep the initiative order, I go, and Inkara's right behind me. I guess it's fine.
All right, Ankara, here's a new tiger for you.
Ooh, nice.
No, I like the big purple blurb. That's fine.
Let's do
Is this the
that.
room you ran into? Because I wasn't when you ran his token away. I didn't pay attention to it.
The tiger.
Yeah, he ran that way.
Yes,
I
he
assume
did.
the red dot is a magical item that I can pick up, Steven.
It is a brazier.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'll
my
take
God.
the Gatling gun of
Just
Atonement.
Save. Close. Okay, cool. Now you should be able to control your Le Tigre item, Ankara. Yeah, so when you move there, Armros, that's what, 3 squares of movement? You can actually see. Well, give me a perception check.
That'll be great. I don't ever roll bad on that.
Oh, no, you can't see a fucking thing.
Nope.
So the room down here that you're looking into, there's like dangly loops of chains all over inside of there, and it's also very dimly lit, and you can't see anything clearly through it. Let's see. Yeah, I think, oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's exactly what happens. All right. This guy comes running out up to you, Armros,
What?
and then he multi-attacks at you. Twice with the scimitar. 1, 2.
Well, I only moved 3. I don't get the attack or anything.
No, because he moved up to you. He misses you all 3 times with both scimitar attacks and then with the dagger attack. And then he disengages. And then he moves away.
I'm just saying, for my turn, I moved 3 spaces and then nothing happened.
You
So
didn't-
Oh, yeah.
was
No,
in-
I thought you were waiting. I thought you, with your action, you were taking the delay action to wait for the tiger.
I actually can't move that token, Steve.
Well, no, I was just going to hold action fight. I guess.
Until.
Well, if I go into a room I can't see, I would just hold action to fight. I'm not going to be like, Steven, for my turn, I would like to just walk into a room and get attacked.
Yeah, I would like to do nothing and be useless. Thank you, Steve.
I've done that before.
Can I swing at him?
Yeah, absolutely. So like,
Okay,
oh
Steven.
damn. Yeah. So the way I need you to tell me about that is to say I'm taking the ready action, and if anybody comes within range of me, I will attack them. So that's what happened. You crit. Roll your damage.
Twice, right? Or just do it. Oh, 19.
19 damage. Jesus. Fantastic. All right. So this
So
guy
I walk
steps.
in, by the way, I'm like, I can't see shit, so I just kind of like peer around, like he's not in, and then he like comes up, he's like, and he breathes like a little lightly. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I just swipe down at him.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm sorry. I'm
Um,
sorry.
he-
What? How does that character sound?
Well, when he's making all those attacks, He's got a little panting breath. Like,
Yeah, totally. Well, he like swings at you, whiffing 3 times, and then he totally fails. He can't even parry your attack. You just cleave down, biting into his shoulder, dealing him 19 damage. Then he disengages and moves away.
does he look messed up?
Doesn't look terribly messed up, I'm afraid.
He like scampers off. He's like, I'll get you later.
All right, Britt, what do you do?
The boss. Jeff, you're ruining the boss.
I guess I'll
What do I-
just move over to
Ruining
the
it.
All right, Britt, I've given you control of that token. You can now move it.
I picture him as the artist character from The Big Lebowski when she's like strung up and flailing around painting.
Yeah.
Fine. Guys, I'm assuming I heard this commotion, so I'm going over there to see what's up. So I walk into the room and end up maybe like over here.
Cool. Right on. Are you using your ready action to attack anything that comes near you?
Yes, I am using my ready action to attack anything that comes near me, Steven.
Thank you,
Look
Britt.
at the Ankara symbol. Is this
So good.
is this an owl snake?
Yes, it's a owl tree snake with
I don't-
it looks like
Use your
serpent.
Serpent's arms.
imagination, Jeff.
It's the Mothman. You're the fucking
Yeah.
Mothman. You just
All right, Sarek, what do you do?
somebody at the D&D office should just stop. Like when they start combining a couple of these people, someone needs to come in and be like, Bill, I saw the owl tree man with arms. Thing.
Maximum 2 creatures, please.
You need to knock it off. Okay, it doesn't even make sense.
Uh,
How did
Sark,
the owl merge with the tree? Like let's.
Fucked.
Sark just
They
falls
can both
in,
lay eggs.
and I want to hide.
So,
Owl
like-
on the tree is like, you know what?
Where you are right now, Sarek, there's nothing to hide behind. But these objects right here and here at the top and bottom are like stacks of like barrels with like planks laid across them and then like crates and then another plank. You could actually climb up these and gain
Sark
20
climbs
height.
and hides up above them. Yeah, up above.
Cool. Yeah. So I think what you would
Boss
have
fight's
to
really funny in my mind though, because then Sark's up there like, yes, I shall come down on top of him.
Yeah,
Sark.
and you're gonna thank me for it. When I jump
Sark.
down like a cat, like yeah. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. When I jump down like a cat, I'm gonna get you. You're gonna be impressed.
Sarek, I need you to roll an athletics test to climb.
Sure, this is gonna work out great.
You need to get a 10. It's a really easy climb. Don't fuck this up, Sarek. All right, good. You made it. You climbed up to the top. So where were you standing? Here? So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, you need, because it's 20 feet up, which means you need 4 squares of movement. You can only move, you can move at half speed while climbing.
Okay.
So you need to take the dash action in order to climb.
All right. Sure.
So
yes,
we'll just,
and I can
we'll
do
just
that.
say
Right.
you do that.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
being permissive to you. You take the dash action, you climb up to the top. You're actually over here because that's as far as you can get. And then you take the hide action. So roll a stealth check.
Yeah.
Do tigers see in the dark, by the way? I
Mhm.
imagine they do. And she doesn't see the Blood Knight.
Tigers do see in the dark. She doesn't see the Blood Knight. Okay, you rolled a 13 on your stealth check. Not bad. Aya, you're alone in the room. Nobody else is there with you. What do you do?
Let me see.
False. Eye of the Blood Knight comes panting over to you from across the room.
Think here. Why does it make these sounds?
It's an anime character in my
Finally, I
head.
have you alone.
I'm gonna go ahead and move to where Armros is, but then I
Cool.
want to keep my back to him and
Okay.
like kind of watch his back because he's like facing into the room, and
Mhm.
I want to face the other way so that this creeper can't sneak up and try to do some touchy feely and ass grabbing. I'll cover his behind,
Give me your hand from your pocket.
and I'm going to ready myself.
Oh my
for
God.
attack.
Someone
I
in
know
the chat
exactly.
trying to rationalize what the owl thing is, and they said there's part of it is a horse, which they're way off the mark. But the scary part is they said part of it's a giant dick, and I'll tell you what. I'm sorry to interrupt the role playing real quick, but if your dick looks like that, get to a doctor.
Get help.
That is not what it's supposed to look like. Your
Why is
father
it
hasn't told you that.
green? Wash yourself.
Why is it noodly?
Yeah.
All right, Armros, we're back around to you. What do you,
You
want
may
to do?
be a pig.
Okay. And I'm not trying to be facetious. I just want to know the language so I can better say it. It's hold action is what you said?
Ready action.
Yeah. So I'm going to walk into this room.
Cool.
In ready action fight.
Yeah, when you get in there, actually, when you get to where you are now, you see him through the chains. He's standing right here.
Oh, shit.
Yep. You can just take your attack if you want.
Let's take my attack then.
Awesome.
Let me just scroll over here to it. It's another crit.
Oh, shit. Armros. Jesus.
The rolls.
12 damage crit. Very nice, dude. Minus
get solo
12.
boss.
Okay. As soon as this happens, Armoros, Udama the Blood Knight mutters under his breath, Sanathisai Arethmines, and then he takes a dagger out of his bandolier and carves it into his chest, just like you can hear it like sawing through bone. Blood is spraying out literally onto you, and the blood that's pouring out of his chest congeals rapidly into an oozy blood pseudopod, and he immediately makes a blood pseudopod attack against you, Armoros.
Wow.
Missing you, it bludgeons out against you, thwacking wetly against your shield. Now, when this happens, the Blood Knight gains a new initiative step at his rolled initiative -10, which gives him an initiative of -1.
Huh.
Add turn.
Just for our audience's purposes, the look on Armo's face is like abject horror and disgust.
Yep, excellent.
It's just blood spray. Like
He's a cowardly fighter who once I did corner him, he starts stabbing himself.
There you go.
Disgusted.
Yes, he immediately makes a when he acts at this new lower initiative, his attacks are restricted to his blood pseudopod, but he retains all of his other capabilities. So you moved, you attacked Armoros. Is there anything else you want to do this turn?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just mechanic wise, I don't understand Fifth Edition as well as some of the others. There is not much I can do. I could like disengage. I can take that action.
I think for you, disengage is a full action. So because you attacked, you can't actually disengage. So you could like maybe continue moving somewhere you wanted to. You provoke an attack of opportunity, but
yeah, just stay on him.
All right, cool. Udama makes his multi-attack against you. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's going to attack you twice with his blood pseudopod. 1, 2, and just missing you both times. He is not doing well with that. And then he disengages as a bonus action, and then he runs over here.
Can I see him? Oh.
Yeah, you can still see him. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where he is standing.
Oh, but he's by the dick owl. Okay.
He's by the dick owl. Yes.
They attack when he disengages from me, but he goes into their range.
No, because entering a creature's threat range doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. Leaving does. All right, and Kara, it's your turn. Now, you had readied the action to attack something that came within range, right?
Yes.
You did. So you do get to make an attack. The tiger's 2 attacks are a bite for 1d10 plus 3 damage, or a claw attack for 1d8 plus 3. Would you like to do 1d10 or 1d8 damage, Ankara?
1d10, I think.
That's a 1d20 plus 5 to hit. Ooh. Yeah, you bite out at Udama the Blood Knight, but your bite attack misses his leg as he runs forwards. Okay, now it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So now I can try and bite him again.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to do that.
Cool. 14. Ugh. I think probably like his sword is just flashing around him too much, protecting him, and you don't manage to bite at him. Sarek, it's your turn.
Sarek comes out of hiding from above, peers up. I want to jump down upon him and attack, and hopefully get my sneak attack off as well. But
yes.
Yeah.
Now, Sarek, I have bad news.
Yes.
You rolled a 13 for a stealth.
Yeah.
Udama's passive perception is 13. So he
like
saw you.
he barely sees me. Come on.
Barely out of the corner of his eye.
He barely
However,
Come
you get your sneak attack bonus because he's within 5 feet of an enemy of his. So, are you just like diving down on him?
Yeah, with my rapier. I'm gonna try and stab him from above.
Steven just doesn't want you to feel good about it, but you still get the action.
Okay, go ahead. Roll an acrobatics test.
Oh, god damn it. Oh.
Hey, very nice. Cool. I'm giving you half damage on the falling damage that you take for falling 20 feet.
Wait,
No,
what?
I jumped onto him. I didn't.
You take 1 point of damage, Sarek.
All
that's
right.
fine.
And I jumped down upon him with my
Yes,
rapier.
and then you make it
rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. Roll your attack, Sarek. 24.
Yeah.
Hit. 7 piercing damage plus 1d6.
Oh!
6 damage. Nice. That sneak attack coming
Yeah.
in. What?
Caca! He does like he comes up from like he's up on top of the things. He's like "La, la, la, la," jumps off and like stabs him right in the shoulder because F this dude.
It's one of my
Yeah,
favorite
I think
D&D
I think
moments
this
where
is what we eventually end up with. He like stumbles backwards with the force of your landing, and you deal this 13 damage with your strike. Aya, it's your turn. He's right next to you. What do you do? Bear in mind, since you're right next to him, you have disadvantage on ranged spell attacks.
Yeah, that's okay because I'm either really gonna fuck the party or this is gonna work.
Awesome.
So, remembering what Saloon said,
Those are our
And all
only two
this
options:
stuff.
is you murder us or it works.
it's fine. Don't worry.
Wow.
You hear Aya say, like Isnil Salak Noxinus, and she like casts her hex. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna stab him with the Fang of Dahaka.
Awesome.
he melts immediately.
What ability score of his are you giving him disadvantage on?
His dexterity.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Swing skimitar.
And then after while casting my hex, I'm going to like just stab him with this
Wicked.
fang. And I don't know, either it's gonna do something cool or it's gonna create another blood pseudopod. We're all gonna die. But something about this dude's a Dahaka dude, and then the lady said thickening of the blood.
Oh.
And this is a blood pseudopod. See, yeah, she said something about thickening blood. So I'm gonna stab him with this thickening blood thing, and either it's gonna make him stronger or it's gonna make him weaker. I don't know. 50-50.
Awesome.
Wait.
Roll your attack. This is a melee attack.
Is it just a normal dagger?
Yeah, it's like attacking with a dagger.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, you whiff entirely.
Mhm.
Udama, let's see. Okay, yeah, he makes a multi-attack. Blah. 2 melee attacks with its blood pseudopods. First attacking Sarek and then attacking Aya.
Okay.
1, Sarek, 2, Aya, hitting both of you. Sarek, you take
Can I take my
5
reaction?
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And Aya, you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I need both of you to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. No, Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Nay, strength.
Nay. Wah!
So
Jesse, you feel this blood pseudopod writhing against your armor, trying to work its way in and attach against your skin, but you manage to spin yourself away from it and avoid the attachment.
Not
Aya,
today, bitch. Yeah, that's what he says. He like flips around.
what about you?
Okay. If I wanted to take a reaction, would I take that now?
Yes.
Okay. So as the blood pseudopod hits me, I'm
Yes.
gonna raise one crooked finger, and you see like a dark light light up in my eyes. And I'm gonna hit him with Hellish Rebuke.
Awesome.
Nice.
And he has disadvantage on his dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Here he goes. Oh, succeeding anyway. So he takes 3 fire damage.
Okay. And now
Man.
I shall make my dex saving throw to see if I get tentacled or not. This is
Yep.
not good. This is not fun. Where is it?
Just have to beat an 11.
15. You also don't get tentacled, which is really quite good.
Mhm.
Okay, then he disengages and runs right here. Now, Armoros, it's your turn.
Armoros, like Arnold Schwarzenegger carrying a box of roses, comes flying through, or like stomping through the door.
Chains jangling around him as he bursts out of this dangly chains room.
Just stop running. 17.
17 hits.
10 damage.
10 damage. Damn, dude.
Oh,
Very
wait.
nice. Wait.
When I hit him with Hellish Rebuke, did that proc my hex?
Yes.
Does that still work?
Yeah. Roll 1d6.
Is there a chance that armor... Okay. Because I'm like, maybe that'll be enough. I've totally forgot that.
Roll your damage with that.
Oh my God.
-1 additional damage. Very nice. Very nice.
Helpful.
All right, Armos, you dealt your longsword damage to him. You're standing there?
Yeah, I'm trying to like press him into the corner, or just like I'm all over him.
Yep, cool. All right. Udama the Blood Knight slashes out with his scimitar, striking the brazier in front of him. It topples in this direction.
Dick Tiger or me? Which is it?
Right here.
Dick
Oh, wow. Now, question, Steven. This is not just a tip question. I know you're going to take it there, but that's half the Dick Tiger. Does that hit the Dick Tiger, or is it just...
It does hit the Dick Tiger. The Dick Tiger is hit by the burning coals.
Fair enough.
Each of you takes 8 fire damage, or may make a dexterity saving throw, DC 11,
Hell
for taking
yes.
half of that.
Dexterity
Choose that
saving
one.
throw.
Aya, you take
God
4
damn it.
damage. Jesse, you take 8 damage. And Kara,
Hey!
you take 8 damage as well.
Oh, it's like Shao
and-
Kahn. It's afraid of the fire too, right?
And this is just like a burst of coals and fire, which then very quickly burn out.
How much damage do I take? I'm sorry.
8.
Yeah, the burning coals. Burning coals just killed me.
Nice.
Oh!
You're at 0.
Burning coals.
So well!
Burning coals. The concept of like I've been barbecued.
I feel like
To
you were
be
standing
fair-
there,
to
like,
be fair to Jesse.
celebrating what you did and didn't like notice.
Jesse jumped off the 20-foot ceiling and only took 1 damage, but then the slight ankle pain that he felt couldn't get out of the way of the burning coals on the floor. He's like, ow,
Died.
ow.
Bruised his heel.
Murdered. He was like, "Oh,
It's too hot. He falls over.
the vapors," and he like falls over dead. Like,
It's too
oh!
warm. It's too warm.
Yeah. That's
Very
it.
nice. Very nice. All right. So let's see. I'll draw a little X on here.
Even if I hadn't taken the 1 damage, still would have died.
All right.
Too cold.
Udama the Blood Knight moves 1, 2, takes the disengage action as a bonus action. No, actually, this time he doesn't. He just moves here.
So I
Armos,
attack
you
him.
can take an attack of opportunity.
God, the crit would be so sick. 15.
Roll it up. He parries, ka-ching, using his reaction to throw your sword off the path, and then moves out of your sight.
Coward. Target Kara. Get him.
Cool. And Kara, you
Oh.
took 8 damage.
No.
How do I update that on my?
You can select the token.
Half damage, you mean? Oh, no, she failed.
She failed. And then in the red bubble, you can
Oh,
just
here,
type
okay.
-8.
I typed it into my sheet instead.
Right. Yeah, make sure that you give yourself the hit points back, of course.
Eventually.
Cool. All right. It's your turn, Ankara. What do you do?
I mean, I guess what I'll do is just move back into this other room to protect Aya since she's low on health.
Cool.
And when I walk into the room, I do that thing where if someone attacks me, I'm ready.
Cool. You ready in action? Awesome.
Ready in action, yeah.
Sarek, it's your turn.
Well, hang on
Sarek
here.
is on the ground.
She can see
but
the
I
whole
guess
room,
I'm-
right? Oh, no,
Yeah,
she's there.
Well, she's in this room up north instead of the dangly chains room.
You
So-
didn't go to there. Oh.
That's not the room that he went into. So she sees the empty room, but that's all. Sarek,
Am I doing a
please
death save?
roll a death saving throw. Oh, that's a big old fail. Very nicely done, Sarek. Aya, it's your turn. What do you do?
Armorous has been having better rolls than me. Wondering if I should give him the dagger.
We can kind of see him fucked up, right, Steven? Like he's that last.
Yeah, he's wounded.
He's hurting.
Like,
Steven.
yeah, totally. He initiated the blood ritual at half health.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna kind of stand or stay behind Ankara and just be on watch.
Okay, so you're also readying. If anything comes in range, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna hit the other brazier and knock it the opposite direction.
Yeah, so you should probably move
Somebody
next
comes-
to the brazier if you want to.
And that way, if someone comes in through that door, ha! You've
Cool.
activated my trap card.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, let's see. So I think this guy's got. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Is it his turn?
Yes, it is. It's his second turn, right? Because every round he has 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
He lashes out at you twice with blood tendrils, Armoros. And the first attack has advantage because he's attacking from hiding. So he hits you with a 23.
Mm-hmm.
You take 8 bludgeoning damage, and please make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
You succeed at the dexterity saving throw. You still take the 8 damage. And then the second attack, because he has already revealed himself, is not at advantage. So this one is just a normal crit. Okay, he deals you 10 bludgeoning damage, and please make an additional dexterity saving throw.
How did this go south so quickly? Our tank.
Fail.
Ooh, okay, so the blood pseudopod attaches to you, it worms its way between your armor platings and attaches itself, working its way into your flesh. You are attached. Armoros, it's your turn.
So I guess I wouldn't have to disengage because he's at a distance, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to go back into this room.
Cool.
And then I'm going to attack the pseudopod that's attached to me, right?
Awesome. Yep. It is still stretching around the corner and sticking to you. You hit it, roll your damage.
9.
Your sword cleaves directly through the pseudopod, snicking it and detaching it from you. Fantastic.
Second action, or no? I can second wind, can't I?
Yes, yeah, you can take your bonus action to second wind.
Yeah, I'll second wind.
That's 1d10 plus 2. 8. Very nice. Okay, Udama the Blood Knight runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Engages the dash action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I kicked the brazier.
Nice.
I
You
was
kick the
waiting.
brazier over as soon as you see him run through the door.
Mhm.
Coals go spewing everywhere in his direction in a 15-foot cone. Roll 2d6.
12. Roll a 12. That's
Oh,
close.
11 damage. He makes, a 4 on his dexterity saving throw, taking the
Wait,
full
does-
brunt of the fire.
Is that an attack? Does he also trigger my hex?
You know what?
I don't know if it counts as an attack.
This one's weird. I'm going to give it to you if you roll a 10 plus on a d20.
I like
Roll
it.
for me.
Okay.
The Warhammer Golden Rule. Flip it off.
You got it. Roll your d6.
Wow.
Okay.
Do the 6.
5. Still pretty good. You're dishing it out to him for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's his turn. Oh, man.
Take
He moved
16.
over here. He was planning on tossing that brazier on all 3 of you. Let's see.
I know he was. I waited for it. I knew he was gonna do that shit.
I think he's going to blood pseudopod at Aya and at Armoros. So here's one for Aya. A 13. Does that hit you, Aya? Yes.
I don't know. It does, yeah.
All right. That deals you 6 bludgeoning damage. The
I'm
plus
dead.
3 is for the crit, which he didn't get. Are you down?
I'm
Aya's
down.
also unconscious. And then
Yeah.
Armoros, the blood pseudopod to you is an 11, which bounces straight off of your shield. So you're fine. Okay, Aya, you
Dick
can't.
Tiger, go!
Dick Tiger, go. Aya, you can't make a dexterity saving throw because you're unconscious. So his blood tentacle attaches to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Gross.
And Kara, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go at him for a bite.
Nice.
God.
12 is a miss, unfortunately.
Why? Why are they so bad?
Don't tigers have 2 attacks, like a bite and a claw?
Yeah, I thought
But they don't get multi-attack.
I don't get.
Oh, the bear gets multi-attack.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe I should have been a bear.
Should have been a bear. All right.
Should have been a bear. That's what's putting.
Words to live by.
Lessons learned.
When I die, they're gonna bury me in a cemetery. It's just gonna say
shallow grave. Should have been a bear. Sarek, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Cool.
Good. That's 1 success. Aya, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Where is that again? There we go.
God, I'm fearing the 1.
That's 1 fail.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it is Udama the Blood Knight's turn. This blood pseudopod stretching across the room, highlighted by the glowing coals on the floor, begins pulsing and undulating, draining blood out of Aya's fallen body.
It's gonna heal.
Aya, you take 8 damage, which for you means you take 1 failed death saving throw.
Oh my god.
Actually, you do get to make a Constitution saving throw. So roll a Constitution save, DC 11. You succeed. So you take 4 damage, and Udama heals himself by 4.
What?
Yep. And then he makes 2 blood pseudopod attacks. He moves over here. He makes 1 against Ankara, hitting you for 8 bludgeoning damage, Ankara. And then I need you to make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw. The tiger's dexterity save is +2.
What should I roll?
1d20 +2.
Okay.
Ooh, a 5. Yeah, the blood pseudopod just works its way into your fur and
failing
attaches to you. Armoros, another blood pseudopod, lashes out at you for an 11, bashing itself against your shield fruitlessly. It's your turn, Armoros.
It's over, confronts it. 20.
20 is a hit. 5 damage. It's definitely better than nothing. Udama lashes out at you with his scimitar, striking at you twice. 1, 2, and then flashing a dagger at you for 8. Missing all 3 times. Really not doing well.
Nice.
And Kara, it's your turn to act. What do you do?
I mean, I'm gonna try to bite him again. Maybe I'll
Bite his ass.
Maybe I'll get 1 bite in.
Bite him. Bite him.
Oh,
120!
120
Either what happens? It's like a quadruple crit.
Guys, he's
And
dead.
he
I
is
ate
swallowed whole.
him. I swallowed him whole. Okay.
Oh. And then he dies.
Okay. You leap at him, your jaws flashing. He turns around and he interposes his scimitar,
Steven.
striking your head away by punching you in the chin before you hit him.
Does the hex
Using
only
his
work when
action.
Aya attacks him?
Using his reaction to parry you.
Steven.
Yeah, the hex only works on my attack.
All right.
Yes, it only applies to Aya. Sarek, death saving throw.
Cool. We can do this. Game. Nope, never mind.
Death save 5. Oh, let's see. And Kara, you have a blood thing attached to you, and Armoros, you do not. Aya does.
Do I have to roll against that? Oh, no, I didn't. I got.
Yeah, you failed. Okay, Aya, make a death saving throw. Aya, you die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, fortunately, that means that he can't drain any life from you, which is exactly what happens right now from Ankara.
This is
Ankara, I
getting
need
bad.
you-
This
Ooh,
is getting
ouch.
bad.
Ankara, make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw to take half this damage instead.
What do I roll for that? Roll.
Constitution.
Oh,
You
that's
just click. Oh, wait. Actually, this is a tiger thing.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Let's roll a
Sorry.
D20. We'll
I'll
see
figure out
what
what these are and write them down.
It's +2.
1d20 +2.
Yep. You succeed. So you take 1 point of damage, and Udama heals himself for 1. And then he makes 2 attacks at Armoros with his blood oozes. Blood Pseudopod 1, Blood Pseudopod 2, both of which hit, dealing 6 and then 5 bludgeoning damage. So that's 11 damage total, Armoros.
Yep. Down to 1.
And I need you to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Pass.
20 on the first one, 19 on the second one. You are not attached. Very well done. It's your turn, Armoros. What do you do?
The only thing Armoros can do, hit again for 9.
9 damage, 24 to hit. Very, very solid. Well done. You're going toe-to-toe to this guy. He tries to interpose his sword and parry you, but he fails utterly. He then strikes out at you with 3 attacks. Scimitar, scimitar, dagger. 1, 2, 3. Missing with all 3 of them. Your armor too serious for him to penetrate. And Kara, it's your turn. His back is turned to you. Can you take him out?
With his back, does she get advantage?
I don't know.
No, there's no flanking.
No, I never
Jesus.
will. I never will. I
Damn.
haven't turned into an animal for a long time, and apparently I just don't know how to be a tiger. This is
Sarek.
horrible. These are the worst rolls.
I'm
That's
imagining
a real
you
bad
being
roll.
distracted and like playing with a yarn ball.
Sarek, roll a death saving throw.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a second success.
Yep.
All right, you've got 2 successes and 1 failure, so you're not
Actually,
out.
I'm 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Ooh,
Yeah.
next round is going to be real exciting. Aya's dead, so she's not there. The Blood Knight slaps 1 blood tendril at Ankara and 1 blood tendril at Armoros. Here's the one to Ankara. 17 hits, dealing you 4 bludgeoning damage, and make a dexterity saving throw.
That's the one.
Versus
Too, right?
Armoros, he misses you entirely.
Jesus.
Ooh, yes, you get attached by the blood pseudopod. Armoros, your turn.
Fuck. I swing again, man. No.
12 is not good enough. His studded leather armor with golden studs against the white armor drives your sword attack aside. He strikes at you 3 times, Armoros. 1, 2, 3, hitting you with his scimitar and his dagger.
No.
Dealing you 7 slashing damage, knocking you unconscious, and then dealing you 4 plus 6. Actually, 4 plus 3, 7 piercing damage.
We're so close.
While you're unconscious as a crit, so you
Eat
take
him!
2
Eat him,
failed death saving throws.
Oh my god.
Eat this man.
This is my nightmare.
Eat this man. Eat this man. I need chat.
I'll take up
Eat
that chant.
this man.
All
Eat.
right,
Swallow the
and
whole.
Kara,
Eat him up.
Yeah.
Eat him!
Yep. Okay.
what are you gonna do?
I mean, I'm gonna bite him. I'm gonna try to bite him again because I can't turn out of my tiger form because of my HP. Oh my god!
Oh, Jesus!
Why?
You scrabble forwards across the burning coals on the ground, the stench of hair
Am I
and fur
distracted by all
filling your
the death
nostrils.
around me?
Yes, everybody is falling. You're terrified. You feel your tiger heart beating in your chest. Sarek, roll a death saving throw. This one determines whether you live or die. Sarek dies.
Oh my god.
So bad, you guys.
Udama, the Blood Knight, disengages and then moves.
No.
1, 2, let's see, 3. Yeah, that's where he is. And then he lashes out at you twice, Ankara, with blood pseudopods. 1, 2, missing both times. No, hitting the second time. Sorry, your armor class as a tiger is a 12. Dealing you 8 bludgeoning damage. Armoros, make a death saving throw. This one determines if you live or die.
Breathe on him, Brett.
I've
Unreal.
never had to do this. What do you even do?
I think in the middle of your sheet, there's a death save. Yeah, okay, so you have 1 success and 2 failures. You can actually check those boxes to track that.
I am.
Cool. Udama fires off 2 daggers in your direction,
You
Ankara.
got this. You
1,
got this, Ankara.
2. Hitting you with one of them for 4 piercing damage. It's your turn, Ankara. Can you
All right,
finish
I'm
this fight
20
out?
feet away, right? So I can actually run
Eat
at him this time.
This man.
Yes.
Eat.
Because if
this
I
Chat,
see
give
man.
energy.
Eat
Straight
this,
towards-
man.
Gonna
Eat
hit it,
this,
hit
man.
claw attack on the same
Eat
turn. It puts
this,
speed on
man.
DC 13,
Jesse, we can't hear her.
throw, or be knocked prone. If it's knocked prone, I can make a bite attack as a bonus action.
Yes, you can. Okay, go ahead.
So just same roll 1d20 plus 5.
Yeah, so you move and then you have to hit it with a claw attack. So 1d20 plus 5. You crit! So you go leaping across the room
Oh
and then
my
slam
God,
your
Britt.
claw into him.
Ah!
Roll your damage. That's 2d8 plus 3.
Okay.
Twice or just once?
It's just once because it's 1d8 plus 3, but crit is 2d8 plus 3.
Die!
16
Die!
damage.
Die!
What does it look like when you kill Udama the
Oh
Blood
my
Knight?
god.
Eats this
I
man.
bite his neck and rip out his vocal cords.
Yes,
And
this
then I use
turgid
my
blood
claw
goes
to,
rushing
like,
out.
rip his head off, and then I just swat his head across the room.
Nice.
But he still goes.
Udama the Blood Knight's body quivers and shivers before dissolving away into nothingness, leaving behind.
Your ability to revive your team.
Yes.
I hope so.
Except for Aya. She's super dead.
Leaving behind 38 gold coins,
We had
a
10
tier of saloon glowing on the ground, a bright blue glow, and a burnished bronze cherub mask in an expression of extreme sorrow.
Not that cool sword, Steven?
Not the cool
Is
sword.
that the game we're playing right now, Steven? Where you
It's
have
actually-
a magic sword and you don't leave it behind?
It's a very boring scimitar. It looks nice, but there's actually nothing special about it. But I left you the special thing.
Okay.
All right, folks, it is quarter to the hour, so we've actually got to get out of here so that we can send our friend Bronze Girl off to her next
No.
show.
I don't
Let's-
have another show today, so I want to see what this loot is.
Oh shit! Okay, let's
Got him.
play another 15 minutes. See the
Yeah.
closing out of this stuff.
Yeah.
Britt, as the sole survivor, actually Armoros, make another death saving throw.
She doesn't make it over to me to save me?
Well, it's your turn first, right? She killed the guy. You get to
Are
make a
we
death
out
save.
of initiative order, Steven?
No, because there's shit hanging in the balance, man.
That's how it's supposed to be. Fucking
Remind me-
12! Fine.
And Kara, do you relinquish
Yeah.
your tiger form
Yeah.
and then cast Cure Light Wounds on Armoros?
Of course.
Okay.
You ever seen the movie Fern Gully? The end of that, you know? That's what this is.
So it's 1d8 plus 3. How many hit points do you have, Ankara? You've got like 14.
Roll the 1d8 plus 3. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Armoros, you recover 4 hit points. With a 10-minute action, you bring Aya and Sarek back to life with 1 hit point each.
Cool.
I'm going to take a short rest when she's doing that.
Yeah.
You get hit dice after a short rest, or no?
No, you regain all of your hit dice after a long rest, but you can spend your hit dice now. So like you have 1 more hit die you can spend to regenerate HP.
1d10 plus what again?
Plus your constitution modifier.
1. Thank you. Get 7 more.
There you go.
Can I second wind out of?
I don't know. That feels weird.
I think so. I think I can. I agree with you. What I'm saying.
Sure. All right. So yeah, you all wake up. You've got the 38 gold coins. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5 each. If you want
We
to
actually also have Ted from the last thing we killed before the break. You said that.
7.
So-
I took 3 of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
So 38
I'll take
plus
10 of the
7.
38.
So that means each of you gets 11, and then one of you gets 1 extra.
Okay, I'll take 11.
Okay, cool.
Someone can take 12.
And Kara should take 12 because you won that.
Yeah.
And Kara pulled out the clutch
Okay.
maneuver.
After I failed multiple times.
You won when it
the
mattered.
entirety of the fight except for the one crit.
Redeemed
But
myself.
I mean, if you hit half the time,
Be positive. You gotta be positive.
I think you just need to switch out your dice for a new set.
I think she rolled a 1, then a 20, by the way, to give you an idea of how funny dice are.
Yeah.
It's that swingy D20 system. All right, so what's the plan? By the way, over here in this dangly chains room is a ladder up.
Yeah, we have to walk around.
To
There's like
the other room with the multi-circles, whatever
Well, I'll
those
carry
are.
the mask if nobody else is going to carry it, I guess.
Can I detect magic on the mask?
Yes, you can, and that only tells you if there is magic, right?
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
identified.
I don't think it even tells me alignment or anything like that.
Do
Like
I
if
know
it's cursed
anything
or not.
about the mask, Stephen, or like our?
No, you don't know anything about the mask.
Can I like?
It is magical.
Okay. I'll hold on to this.
I'm gonna warn Armros of it and let him know. There's more to that mask than meets the eye. You might want to just be careful. Don't wear it or anything. It might permanently attach to your face and turn you into some kind of green buffoon or something of the sort. I've seen it happen.
Awesome.
Or like a dick tiger or something.
Dick tiger.
Dick Tiger saved everyone.
It's true, it did.
Imagine a tiger with like 4 limbs that are just dicks that just like stomps around.
Oh my god.
It would be in constant pain.
Horrible.
It would not be. It would not be.
Wild calluses.
Maybe it's into that. Listen, we had the talk about fetishes last time. We're not kink shaming here.
Guys.
That's right.
I am evolution shaming though. That would not exist.
It would
weed itself out of existence.
Procreation would not be an issue. You could actually do it like 4 different times.
Oh my
All right. What are y'all doing now? There's this massive machinery with these like counterweights and gears and this wheel in the center, controlling all of these chains that are going all over.
What are we doing with the mask? Hold on. What is the mask?
We're just putting it. Yeah.
You have Aya has detect magic at will because of her Eldritch invocation.
Oh, so we're just gonna bring it back to Saloon.
Yeah, she
and
detects
be like,
that it is magical.
Gotcha. Okay.
So who's dead, by the way, though? I thought someone died.
Yeah. So hang on. Who did die? Was it Sarek?
We both did.
We both did.
Okay.
Yeah,
both of you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Cool.
So I'm gonna put that in purple.
They are back, like we revived them, but they're okay.
Yep. They're back. You have 1 level of exhaustion. 1 level of exhaustion means, I think it means that you move at half speed.
Okay.
It's been a rough day.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of jumping off a 20-foot ceiling, Dark can only jump off a 10-foot ceiling. Is kind of what you're saying.
I probably couldn't even climb
you
up.
can only fall half as fast.
Next time I'll be halfway up trying to hide. Hopefully he won't see me as I'm like against a barrel.
It's a good thing. It was such a D&D moment though, because you're like, I jump off the ceiling, and Steven's like, well, in my mind that ceiling's 400 feet up there, so you're just dead, I guess. And he's like, I feel like I don't jump off the ceiling. Like, no, you did it.
No, I'm wrong. The first level of exhaustion is that you have disadvantage on ability checks. So second level is speed is halved. So
Okay.
Yes.
Disadvantage on all ability checks?
Yep.
Can we take the half movement instead? That is way worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've all like breathed a little bit of life back into yourselves. Sarek and Aya, if you would also like to take a short rest, you can do that.
I'm gonna do that. Can I spend a hit die?
Yes. Aya, are you doing that as well? Sorry, Sarek.
Cool.
Is there a place where I could just roll the hit die instead of typing it in? Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Yep.
Oh,
by the way,
up.
Jesse, if you pull out rations and share them, you can re-roll your hit dice and take the second better value.
And share them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the
you
rule.
have to tell a story, don't you?
I think so. Yeah, you have to tell a story.
I think
Sarek
that's a house
doesn't-
roll.
Oh no, that's for advantage or for whatever. Let's see, rations. If you share rations over a short rest, anyone who spent hit dice to heal may re-roll the amount healed and take the higher of the 2 rolls.
All right, fine. Sarek doesn't want to, but he hands out his rations to everyone.
Nice. Go ahead and mark down your Dungeoneer's pack.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone has the ability to heal, I could use some more.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesse. You rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, God.
You gained 2 hit points instead of 1 hit point, Jesse.
Sarek immediately is pissed off he shared his rations with anyone and starts taking them back. Just like crumbs, like just taking back the wrappers.
I shove it
Very
in my
mad.
mouth before he can. My cheeks are just full.
He takes the
fine,
wrap.
Jesse, as
He
long
takes
as
the
it's
wrapping from you and just puts it back in his bag.
Such an angry little man.
Awesome.
Is there a
okay.
way to like use my herbalism kit to heal at all?
No. You could cast another spell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just
Do you get him back on a short break, Britt?
No, she doesn't regain
no.
spells on a short break.
Oh.
Long rest for
the
Britt.
long rest. So what do we think? It's probably
I mean,
Well, we
he
should
doesn't.
go
he
through
doesn't-
where we haven't been so we can see that if there's a
Yeah, let's figure out what this room over here
traveling
is.
point.
Mhm.
okay. I mean, I'll still have 1 spell slot left, so
Yeah, I should keep it for now. Let's just go investigate what we did not see.
Yeah, Sarek, over here, there's a long room with a brazier burning in the middle of it. There's a section of barrels stacked up against the wall. It looks like you could sort of clamber your way over them if you really wanted to, but it'd be a little bit rough. Going around them would be quicker. That's what you see.
Can
Is it
I
braziers or
go and pop open the barrels? Can I look? to see
Yeah,
what's in them?
you pop one open. It takes 10 minutes, and it contains oil.
Oh, okay.
Could have set him on fire or something.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, can I like give the wheel a roll?
Yes. You grip the wheel and begin spinning it, and it moves slowly, and it takes a lot of effort on your part, but eventually the counterweights kick in, and all the machinery up above you starts grinding into motion, and you hear the sound of heavy chains echoing through the entire structure that you've just climbed your way through, as you hear the portcullises far down below lift free and retreat
The way
into the field.
forward is open.
yeah. Can we bring this oil to Tim, please?
Those barrels seem quite heavy. Maybe Tim can come to the oil.
Tim seems pretty set inside of that.
Well, then screw Tim. The door's open.
What? Steven, how heavy are they?
Very.
Maybe
It's like a
take some.
It's like
in
a
flask.
100-gallon barrel of oil. Like not even Armoros could carry it.
Maybe if we siphon off some of it, then he can have like a warm bath. What do I have?
There's already oil in the room.
Shh. But it's molten hot. We
You
can't carry
like,
it.
Pick it up.
Yeah. If he's submerged
you made
in warm
Amaros
oil,
do that,
it'll
though.
stay warmer than. I don't know. I had reasoning there, and it's not there anymore. But it's fine.
I don't think there's anything I can carry it back with.
I have
Let's see.
vials, but that's not a lot.
That's that's a very small amount.
Do you have a water skin?
I'm looking right now. I can't remember what's complete. Let's see. A backpack and a mess. Yeah, I have a water skin. How big is that, Steven?
That's like a gallon.
Okay. I'm going to put a gallon of oil in the water skin and just
Awesome.
drop it off with Tim and come back.
Yeah, that takes up one slot. So mark that down.
Okay.
Yeah, and you run down to Tim, and then you just pour it out over him.
Yeah, I say warm, and then I pour the oil in.
Warm.
Yeah, he starts rubbing the oil all over his solar demon flesh. Warm, 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 warm.
I'm investigating the room and looking for doors and stuff like that as they're doing this.
Yeah, you go exploring through this space, Armoros. The only exit from this area that you can find is the ladder up in the dangly chains room down to the south.
When you guys are done pouring oil on that thing, we should go up here.
Yeah, Sarek is with Armoros. I'm not gonna go down.
Incidentally, Armoros, you can see there's like a trap door at the roof or at the ceiling here, and there's sunlight streaming in through the edges of the trap door.
So it's not dark?
No.
Where?
Okay.
Like here?
Yes.
Okay. While they're doing that, can I like search just really very quickly?
Yeah, give me a perception check. Where are you trying to search?
The room with the chains hanging from the ceiling, and see
Sure.
like if anything is stowed away here, anything valuable, anything we can use.
Roll
Oh
for it.
gosh, I'm not very wise. All right, let's see. Wait, where is it? There it is.
Yeah, you give the room a thorough once over. It looks pretty like uneventful. These chains are very obviously a part of the portcullis mechanism. There's just like some strange like looping and like extra chain length storage in here or whatever. Some of the chains are moving in response to the turning of the wheel that you did, but most of them are stationary. But
Okay.
other than that, there's nothing else
Yeah.
valuable here.
Shall we go up?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
I'll lead the way.
All right. So again, I'm guessing this is marching order. Armoros, Ankara, Sarek, Aya? No, Aya, Sarek.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Armoros, you climb up to the trapdoor, and you can hear the wind from the outside whistling past the trapdoor itself. What do you do?
Open it. Go in.
You're pushing it open.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You push it open, and the bright sun shines down from the rooftop of the Barbican that you've been crawling your way through. What next?
Just looking around. Like, what kind of room is it? So
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
that's good. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. You hear this, and you immediately turn around and you see this massive creature, the head of a serpent with bony knobs and spikes jutting out all over its jaw and all over the crown, over its beady red eyes. It has two brutalist wings that sprout directly from a thick, heavy rib cage, powerful legs, and a long whip-like tail. It's looking at you with something like hunger and anger. It looks perhaps hangry.
Close the hatch. Close the hatch.
Yeah, I just back out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you slap the hatch closed and drop down the ladder.
I go, maybe later.
We're not that brave. So what do you say? We come back to this maybe?
This is a good stopping point. For
There's
sure.
there's a
Go
brazier
visit-
down beyond the gates that we could no longer access that now we can. Perhaps
Yeah.
we go there?
Yep.
Yes, that
And
sounds good.
I mean, we could always, Sarek, you're still looking pretty rough around the edges. We could always go back to Ankara's new little house up on the moon.
Sounds like a lovely idea.
Maybe have a glass of wine.
Yes.
Figure out what that mask does.
Yes.
I feel
Make
like
sure
the
it's not
Blood Knight
cursed.
stays dead as well.
His body disappeared, which is not something you've seen.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I want to tell you what this mask does because it's cool. And then I will let y'all do some shout outs and we'll call it a night. So when you return to, you're returning to the Gardens of the Moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. When you return to the Gardens of the Moon, Saloon greets you warmly. You ask her to identify this mask. This is called the Mask of the Blood Knight. Once per day, when you're healed, if that healing would heal you beyond your maximum HP, the Mask of the Blood Knight stores the extra as temporary hit points.
Oh, damn.
This applies to healing from any source.
Interesting.
And the descriptive text of this item is, the blood thickens.
This is a democracy?
I think Armra should have it. But he's
Can I just
also
say-
going to look like a dumb, sad cherub now.
No! No, it's a cool mask.
No, it's.
Babyface. You're gonna.
I would not wear that.
I'm gonna call you Babyface from now on. Babyface
like,
Armros.
In a gladiator kind of scary.
No, it's like a little baby. With
Looks so
puffy little
sad.
chubby
Is the
cheeks.
mask like slightly too small for Armros's face?
There's
It's definitely baby face. Yes.
I choose to think this looks awesome, you guys.
you may choose to, but it does not.
I grew up playing Bayonetta and stuff like that, and they had chairs.
It is very Bayonetta. Yes. Yeah. And there is still a splash of blood across the front of it.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'll put it on.
It's worth thinking.
That's okay with everyone, by the way.
Armros has a lot of
Enjoy.
Great
HP.
option.
I
And
have.
he has second wind, and so he's one of the few people that can heal themselves. The only other option would be Ankara, I think, because they both have abilities that can heal themselves, so they can kind of double up on that. So
Totally.
And I wouldn't want to cover my beautiful face, so please.
I'm not wearing a baby face on my face.
Yes,
that would
agreed.
ruin
I want
the
people
whole
to
aesthetic
see.
I have going.
You guys are trying to rain on this parade, but it ain't happening. I think it looks awesome.
You know what, Armros? It
like it.
suits you. It's like
Yes.
part of your
That frown.
aesthetic.
That baby frown, like a sad baby.
Where should I put it, Steve? Or the description, I guess? Maybe.
This is an item that you are wearing, so it isn't. It doesn't go into any slot because you're not carrying it. So let's see. Yeah, I would almost just like add a new slot that's like face
Yeah.
blood mask.
I'll put it under personality traits.
Sure. Absolutely. Personality traits, blood mask. All right, folks, thank you for an awesome evening of Dungeons and Dragons. Let's give some shout outs. Jesse, I'm going to let you dictate the order around the table. I'll go real quick so that I'm out of the way. I'm Silent Osiris with the O as a 0. You can find me on the internet at all places at Silent Osiris. Tried some extra things with my sound today, put up a whole bunch of
It
pillows.
sounds great. You sound fantastic
stuff.
today.
Excellent. So just trying to like absorb some echo. Hope that's going well for y'all listening at home. Thank you for hanging out. I'm feeling like probably by now it's time for us to do like a Q&A. So like follow me on Twitter and I'll tweet out probably this weekend. I'll do a Q&A over on reddit.com/r/SilentOsiris. And you can ask me whatever questions you have about the rule set, the Sunfall Cycle, what's been going on so far, any questions that you have. Think about it. You can also tweet them at me and I'll like automatically include them. That's all. Jesse, take it away.
Yo, thank you all so much for watching. But before we peace out, let's go around this room of ours. We'll start with Jiff and come around.
Just thank you, everybody. It's just always a pleasure. I want to give a shout out to Jesse's community on YouTube in particular. They're really, really nice. They seem to be enjoying it, and they're just very complimentary, friendly people. That's really refreshing and nice because we all, at least I do, I like to read the comments and follow along with what people think. So there was one guy who said, Jeff is a min-maxer and I won't be watching. So to that guy who's not watching, fuck you! But to everybody else, you guys are awesome. I love you all so much. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. You guys, I'm sure that person's totally fine. It's okay not to like me. That's okay. I am going to be in Germany next week, so I will unfortunately be missing that episode, but I'll be back after that and ready to keep going. And there should be like almost no travel that takes me away from it. I'll be in Germany for a StarCraft event if you're interested. Otherwise, just follow me on Twitter, Control TV, and I stream on Twitch and Control TV. I stream a lot of strategy games. I'm currently completely obsessed with XCOM and have been for a long time. Thank you.
And next week, we're going to have Kairos back with us, replacing Jeff for one session.
God.
Totem Pole making his triumphant return.
We're more powerful than Totem Pole now.
Yeah, Totem Pole.
If he gets uppity, we'll just have Ankara turn into a tiger and slap him.
Eat that, man. Eat that. All right, Bronze, what are you doing this week?
Hi, hello, I'm that bronze girl. I also enjoy reading the comments on YouTube. Somebody said they wish Aya would drop the frat boy act. Aya is a frat boy, not an act. That's who she is. Get used to it, losers.
Oh, the frat boy act. Damn.
She is a frat boy.
I just like the idea that you like write this character and like, stop it! Act like something else. And you're like, absolutely. So sorry that I came up with that.
I'm the perfect dichotomy to Brit Sweet character.
Y'all work really well together. It's a really great cast.
You can find me on the internet at all the places like Twitch and Twitter at that bronze girl. Also, I guess this is shameless plug. If you're interested in Vampire the Masquerade, I recently did a starter kit with Geek and Sundry, and it's just a neat little tool if you want to learn how to play the game. Episode 0 is up on YouTube. It was like a little project I shot with them. So if you're like, oh hey, I want to learn how to GM the system or play it, you can check that out. That's what I've been up to this week. So
cool.
That's all I've got for y'all.
We're gonna skip me for the moment. Britt, what you doing?
Oh, it's me, Britt Wiseman. Here in real life and on Twitter. I don't know, guys.
Can we get like
a little dance shrug to yourself?
Hello.
I'm Britt Wiseman.
Britt Wiseman.
Can you do us like a little like as well? Perfect. Killing it.
Great. Sounds just like a tiger. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be hosting Twitch Weekly for some reason on Friday at 1 p.m. on the /Twitch channel. So if you want to watch me try to host something, come to see that. It's a nice show if you haven't seen it.
It's been a great show.
Roundup of the week on Twitch. It's going to be a good time. Come hang out with us. Otherwise, have a great weekend. See you next week. Back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Britt. Okay, wrapping up the show. Tune in to 107.7 The Edge.
Dude, that was my jam back in the day.
Yeah, that's it for us. This video.
Is it the end or is it the end?
The end.
I always thought it was the end.
The end. For Noid, Pizza Hut. Was that no? That was Domino's. Domino's, the Noid. Was it the Noid? What are we doing? Be a tiger. Don't be a hyena. Anyway, video will be up soon. That's it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time with another episode of the Sunfall Cycle. Bye, everybody.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze. We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze. Not enough time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze.
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing music.
Bring the strippers and booze. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. You